Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is Saturday afternoon for some, night for others. Anyways, they're coming from Saudi Arabia. It's WWE. It is Night of the Champions, and should be a good show tonight. It looks like we're going to start it out with Seth Rollins and AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. That'll get this participation trophy right out of the gate, right out of the way.
And if you watched any of the early stuff on the pre-show stuff, they did show a media thing with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn there. So they are over in Saudi Arabia. So
yeah, that match has definitely happened, yeah.
It's Lady Kinsey in the chat. Hey, Lady, good to see you. Says, hey, Walter's in the chat. Sophie's with us. Hey, you guys, how are you guys doing? Walter says, hey, Travis, hey, Daphne, I can stay for a couple matches, but Sunday I'll be here for 8 p.m. for AEW. Cool beans.
AEW.
Sophie says, hi, people. Do you think Brock versus Cody will get lesser time than they did at Backlash? I don't know. Cody's got a broken arm, so who knows how that'll work.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they finish that match.
Lady says WWE NXT pay-per-view is on too. That's tomorrow, though. Yes, as well as the AEW pay-per-view on tomorrow, so they are on at the same time, around the same time.
I'll try to keep you up. I'll put it on that computer there.
We'll try to do some updates on that NXT one. We're not going to be doing our show about it. We're going to be, of course, doing the AEW pay-per-view instead. But, you know, we'll try to keep some updates on NXT of what's happening over there.
Like right now, there's a really good boxing match on. But I'm hoping to still be able to catch it after this ends.
Yeah. It's supposed to kind of end a little early. Well, I mean, according to a lot of stuff, it's only for a few hours. So
yeah, I mean, on the thing right here, see, 4 hours. We got 3 hours left. Now it does go over. I have seen it go over, but it's really going to depend on that main event. If they do the tag team match in the main event, who knows? But Brock matches usually don't last an incredible length of time.
Exactly.
But when Brock wants to put somebody over, he will.
Yes. And who knows how that's going to work out or what they're planning on doing with Cody. I know a lot of people think it was a flop, but there's a lot of aspects involved with stuff. I don't think that they're giving up on Cody going up against Roman again, but I just think it's going to be later than we expected for him to actually get maybe those titles or that title or whatever. Sophie says they're opening Seth versus AJ because Seth has to go back filming his movie role as soon as possible. Cool. John says, what's up, folks? I wonder what match will be the shortest match of the pay-per-view. I don't know. Travis will probably keep track of them as best he can.
Yeah, I'll try to keep up with them.
And then we'll see.
I would hope it would be Natalya and Rhea Ripley, since Natalya has no business in that match.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't know why they just threw that together. I don't know if it's because...
I don't know why there's 3 women's matches on this card.
Is it because Natalya's done this before? Is it because the whole, we can do women's matches now, so they're going to throw a lot of them in their faces, or what their deal is
like
about
taking
it.
advantage of the situation, like, hey, yeah, we'll allow it. And then they're like, hey, okay, we're just going to send all our women over there.
Yeah, like, we're just going to do it no matter what. We don't care if you like it or not. John says, what's up, folks? And Super says, read that. Ravi's now in the chat. Ravi says, easy people, it's Night of Champions, where there will be no new champions.
You're going to get a new champion right now. First match of the night.
Yeah, the first match of the night, if it's really that match, is the world champion. I guess that's not one of their main events then. Main event matches that they kept talking about, that there'd be like 3, 4, 5, 12 of them. They haven't added any new matches to anything, so the matches that they do have is the Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. I guess you turned mine down just a little bit. Is it on number 2 for me?
Yes. That's like it working?
Here. Yeah, it's working fine. You turned it down so far last night that this is kind of a lot lower volume than our TV, the regular stuff.
AJ coming out first.
Yeah.
That's the phenomenal one. We all know him.
So the World Heavyweight Championship match. That's Seth freaking Rollins versus AJ Styles, everybody. So now you know, if you don't know.
If you ain't know, now you know.
But we also are going to have Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. We're also going to have that undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship of Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, who are the champions right now, versus Roman and Solo Sikoa. Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. The Raw Women's Championship of Bianca Belair versus Asuka. The SmackDown Women's Championship of Rhea Ripley versus Natalya. And the Intercontinental Championship of Gunther versus Mustafa Ali. So, we'll see how everything plays out. Walter says Seth Rollins for the win. Brandon Stevens says, Mary White girlfriend. Cool. Sophie says, remember when they couldn't book women's matches for Saudi when they first started doing this? Yes, Sophie. That's why
it's changed.
We were talking about how many women's matches are going to be on this particular Night of Champions. And that we were just saying maybe they're doing it because they can throw it in people's faces and everything. Who knows?
Thank Vince McMahon for letting women, you know.
Right.
No, I'm serious. Like, if he didn't push for it, it wouldn't happen.
True.
So
and I'm not mad about it, but it seems like half of the matches are women and half are men. It's a little weird.
Well, one of them
whatever.
doesn't need to be on there. The Becky and Trish one doesn't need to be on there. The other two, I get it because they're championship matches. It's a champion pay-per-view. Every champion should wrestle.
Right. I don't know. Maybe.
But Trish and Trish and Becky should be put off. Like, just push that one back.
Right. Let's see. John says Seth freaking Rollins for the win. As if it says, I wonder where they are going to put Cody versus Brock on the card. Probably either second to last or last.
Or next.
Maybe that's not a main event. Who knows? Maybe they want to put all the women's as main event. Maybe we were all wrong. Maybe they'll do all the men's matches first and all the women's matches last.
That way you can just leave early.
That's right. Me included. Just kidding. Chinoso in the chat. Hey, Chinoso. Good to see you tonight. Says hello, everyone. Waving. I believe Roman and Solo will be the new tag champion. Then they will be clashes in the Bloodline. You think? I don't think so. I think that Sami and Kevin are going to retain those titles just because it's both of them and Roman has enough titles. If they put more on him, I think they might start having a boycott on their hands. We already hate Roman as it is. They had to make a new championship because they couldn't get rid of the other two off of him. They couldn't separate him because I don't know why. They're trying to make it out like he's had both of them for 1,000 days when is incorrect.
He's only been undisputed for a little over 400 days. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, he hasn't been an undisputed champion for over 1,000 days. He's only been, as of now, the SmackDown champion for that long. So stop giving him credit where credit is not due.
Right, yeah, and they try to do this 1,000-day thing, but in reality, it's
a big fat lie.
It's just over 400 days until this match, and the second this match is over, he's no longer undisputed, and so that streak stops.
Yes.
So it's over. He is no longer undisputed after this match is over, which is probably going to be right around 15 minutes would be my guess. But it could be 20. It could be 5.
Yeah. Because they're I mean, I guess they could technically win the match, but not the titles, right?
No.
Oh, no matter what?
Whoever wins this has to be the champion. They can't pull it off.
They can't do like a disqualification thing or anything?
Even a count out, you would win, and you'd be champion.
Oh, is that how it works?
Well, how else could you...
I don't know.
Would they put it off?
I have no idea how it would work. I thought with some of them that's how it worked.
It does, but that is when there's a champion. There is no champion.
There's no champion in this?
No.
What do you mean? Sami and Kevin aren't the champions?
Oh, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about Sami and Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa.
Right, I didn't know we had switched over to that.
No, we were talking about that.
Absolutely. No, we were talking about this.
We were talking about Roman being an undisputed, whatever champion,
until
and you
this
said...
match.
Oh. Okay.
This match, once it's over...
Because there's another
then there'll be another belt.
Large
He is no
championship.
longer undisputed.
Okay. So what are they going to call it?
This is the heavyweight championship.
What are they going to call his?
The
I know what this one
championship,
is.
Or whatever. Oh. Whatever the WWE Universal Championship would be my guess. Oh. They'll combine the two, so it's WWE Championship, Universal Championship. So it'll be the Universal WWE or WWE Universal Championship.
Rob was like, no, fam, you got more chance of being a new champ than anyone on the pay-per-view. We're going to have a new champion here in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, basically, I would say 20 minutes. They'll be
It's the only title that doesn't have a champion. So somebody has to be a champion, Robbie. So somebody's going to be a new champ. It's logic, my friend. Use it. Sophie says Rhea versus Natty, that seems like a random match. Of course it is, but Natalya is one that has been over to Saudi. I think that's why they did it.
Right.
She knows how to play the game. She knows what to do. I think a lot of those other girls were just too green for it. I just don't think a lot of them could have pulled it off.
So 218, it used to be 218 was the cruiserweight title in WCW.
Oh.
If you were under 218. So AJ'd be a cruiserweight in WCW days.
Right. Oh, let's see. Sophie says we also have Gunther versus Ali. Yeah, I said that on the list of ones that I read. But if you were listening, I suppose. But we all know we don't have listening skills, right? John says, what's with the triple main event crap? They don't want to offend anyone. Okay, that's the question, right? What is going to be the triple main event? Because this one you would think would have been a main event.
Right. There's no such thing as a triple main event.
And
it's just,
are they going to have them all on at the same time? Like,
no.
They don't have three, squares out there. They can't have all three of the matches going on at once to be a main event.
Right. Listen to that crowd.
Yeah, they like him.
Saudis love him. Anyways, no, it just means that there's 3 matches that are main event quality.
Yeah. John says, what's with that? And Ravi says, Ali in the match is this all a dream. Becky and Trish stick to Raw. John says they still make the girls wear a bodysuit. Yes, they do, John. They do have to cover up all of their skin, except for their faces.
You know what's funny is that there's 3 women's matches in this, and the triple main event is all 3 dude matches. Just saying. It's on the poster.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Did you put it up?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
Didn't think about it.
I thought you'd put it up yesterday.
I got a email, or whatever they're called, a text.
From what?
WWE, they text. Let's see. There's your 3 main events.
Oh. How is that a main event? It's on at the very beginning. That's not a main event.
See, that's why they're not main events. Just like WrestleMania Night 1, it's not a main event. They just use the words to sell, and some people hear it and go, it's a main event. They don't understand what main event really means. It means you go on last.
Yeah, that's dumb.
At the end. Not the middle, not the beginning. It's the end.
Of Seth being distracted by all the people in the audience singing his song.
Oh!
So it says that's why they gave us the all-female pay-per-view that flopped, because they couldn't have women's matches in Saudi. Sophie says whoever wins the tag team championship match will have the same problem. Who will be next to challenge? Not really. John says Roman and Solo win the belts. They face the Usos at SummerSlam. Sophie says seeing 3 world championships floating on WWE TV is going to look silly. Chinoso says we all know Brock will take down Cody this time around. Cody will face Brock ruthless aggression. Robbie says, can this last 20 minutes?
Yes,
Possibly.
absolutely. With
It's
AJ
Seth
Styles.
and AJ and Seth are pretty well matched when it comes to their abilities. I think they could go 20 minutes.
And both of them have wrestled in the indies before. They've wrestled on the main roster before.
And so they're going to do the stuff like Seth's doing his little thing, and they're going to
AJ
play the
was way
crowd.
out of
They're going to do their stop and go.
Wisely rolls to the outside. Seth goes to follow him.
Jermaine Trevino in the chat.
Hey,
Hey,
Jermaine.
Jermaine. Good to see you tonight, or tonight, because I'm used to saying that. Good afternoon. It's morning for us still.
Good day, mate.
I hope Jimmy socks Roman in the mouth because Roman deserves it. But can Jimmy even be there?
But Jimmy defended him on Friday.
I didn't see it, so I mean, not that. I mean, I didn't see him there at the thing. So I don't even know if Jimmy and Jay can even. I mean, Jay can, but I don't know if Jimmy can.
Yeah, I don't know
there.
if he, with his arrests and all that, I don't know if he's in Saudi Arabia.
Sophie says, what
good
are the
possibility he's at home.
Yeah. Sophie says, what are the chances Roman will somehow end up with his championship?
The chances are about 30%.
Robbie says, this first match, Seth winning, yeah. I don't know. I
Yes.
It's really hard to say who's going to bring the most to it. Like, even AJ was like, this. And I'm surprised they even put him in it if he's saying that about
Oh, he did, too. And it's the fact, right? This
It's
is
a
his
fact.
secondary title. This is just a step up from, the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, it's not really a main title until somebody makes it that way, right?
And that'll be Roman losing. So Roman's loss, whenever it happens, will bring relevance to this title because it says Roman can be beat. As of right now, he can't be beat, and so this title is participation for anybody else that can't beat Roman.
Right. Oh, lady says, I commented on your Money in the Bank post for some reason. It wouldn't let me comment it, which is weird.
Well, that is weird.
That is strange. You don't have anything like set up to make it so people can't comment stuff. Comment whatever.
Who knows? Back then,
that might
was
be
a
just
year
a
ago.
YouTube background thing.
Yeah.
Robbie says nothing new about Seth being champ. Sophie says Seth versus AJ, as Michael Cole said, the first time in 4 years. Do you think they will prolong Becky versus Trish like they could do with Brock versus Cody? There's nothing in it. What's in it for Becky to continue a prolonged thing with Trish?
There's no payoff other than maybe Lita comes back and fights Trish, maybe SummerSlam or something.
And have some old people in there doing it and see how well it works out. I mean, whatever. I'm saying they're old for this kind of stuff. I'm not saying they're old in life. I'm just saying they're old athletes and it's harder on their bodies. No matter how good a shape they look like they're in, right? And for me, Lita looks like she's not in very good shape, so... Walter says, go Seth, win, then I have to go play some tennis. You have to go play some tennis, or you want to go play tennis, Walter?
Somebody's making him play tennis.
FaZe Games 2K in the chat. Hey, FaZe says, I thought the World Heavyweight Championship match was the main event.
It is. Well, this is one of the main events.
This is one of their main events.
This is their WWE's main event thing that they do. They do it at WrestleMania, too. They say night one has a main event. It's the same thing. It's the opening main event, guys.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's just a play on words. It's not real. The main event's whatever goes on last.
Harley's in the chat. Hey, Harley, good to see you today. Says, how is everybody? You doing pretty good? How about yourself? You doing good this weekend? Sophie says, I wonder what time Seth has to go on the plane to wherever he is filming Captain America 4. Sophie says, we don't even know if the Usos are in Saudi. And wow, someone hanging out with Matt Riddle with the fingernail polish. So Seth's been kind of doing weird stuff like that lately, so I don't know if I'd really constitute it as hanging out with Matt Riddle. I think it's part of his little, like, eccentric personality thing he's got going on. Are you talking about
Seth?
Yes, Seth and his fingernail polish.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, he's got his fingernails painted gold.
Because he's a champion.
Robbie says, so is this title gonna be elite? At first,
no, it's got to take some time, and plus we got to wait for Roman to lose. Once Roman gets a big L in his thing, it says, hey, he can be beat. Now this title is worth something a little bit more. But whoever's the first champion, it's just kind of, it's going to be laughable. I hate saying that because both of these guys are great, respected wrestlers, but the belt's not. And so can they make it relevant? Seth's going to be trying to make it relevant.
What?
Did anybody see that?
That ref literally pulled his shoulder off of AJ's foot so he could do a count for a pin. What the fuck? Like, no. You just say, nope, he's not down. He should have played it off as that. Not, let me move his shoulder over here so I can see. Oh, no, he's down.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
That's some AEW shit right there.
That's some ref botching and somebody in the back not doing their job by saying, just do as you should. Like, have a brain, guys. Like, you shouldn't have counted. You should have just played it off. Been like, his shoulder's not down. And then he would have been like, what do you mean your shoulder's not down?
And then they would have got his shoulder down.
And then he would have moved his foot and then his shoulder, and then he could have counted, and then he could have. So that was a botch and a half of something weird. John says, I doubt Roman loses until Mania 40. They want him to have the record.
He can't get the record. It ended today. Once this championship goes on somebody, he is no longer undisputed. He's had the title for 400 days. The undisputed title for a little over 400 days. That's it.
Yep.
There was only one title in the old days. So if you're talking about records, there was one belt.
Yeah.
So you got to remember that. There was one. He's had one belt, combine the two, for a little over 400 days. So he needs 700 or 800 more days of undisputed, but they made another belt, so it doesn't count. So just having one title the Universal title or the WWE title, it's not that impressive because there's another belt.
Right.
You got to have both to make it impressive, which has been impressive over the past 400 days. It really has.
Yeah. Roy says, do you know the WWE fangirls love a participation trophy? Sophie says, what is in it for Brock with this Cody feud?
Money.
Money.
Just doing his job.
Brock gets to be Brock. Walter says they're doing pay-per-view backwards. Robbie says Lita of water. She has a few booters to get through the day. Harley says, yes, I am sorry that I was late, like laying outside in the sun. That's good for you,
That's
Harley.
so
Getting
good
some
for you.
vitamin D, just living life and being outside petting the grass. That's a good thing.
Wow.
There's nothing wrong with that.
One,
Don't
two.
apologize for being late.
Seth kicks out.
Sasha Bloom in the chat. Hey, Sasha Bloom says,
Hey,
I've seen
Sasha.
that. Did you see that? Yeah, we saw it too. That was crazy. And
That
I
was
happened to be actually looking at the TV when it happened. I'm like, wait a minute. What
He
the
just
fuck
kind
just
of like
happened?
just moves his shoulder
He just
off.
went like this. And it wasn't like it was like, oh, I'm checking. It was so blatantly obvious. It was ridiculous. It's like, wow, they forgot to move the camera angle real
Or
quick.
something, yeah.
Oopsie. Whoopsie.
Well, referees shouldn't do that anyways.
Exactly. They shouldn't touch him unless they're checking to see if their shoulder is actually on the mat.
Styles
Like
Clash?
Ref Aubrey does.
Oh, I thought he was going to do it with the Styles Clash. He
Bobby
did
says
not.
the ref waiting for Seth for kick out so he could count to 2. John says that's some Impact Wrestling garbage. LOL.
Right.
Sophie says Roman is on the list of records. He is on his way to beating the next one on the list. When we get to Mania, Roman will be close to number 1 of.
Just for that title that he has, not any relevant title. He's not the heavyweight champion, right? Like, he's not the only champion like those guys were. Bob Backlund was the only champion.
Over everything.
Hulk Hogan was the only champion. There was no other champion.
There wasn't another championship.
They didn't
there
split
wasn't
the belt
another
in
belt.
two
There
and have
wasn't-
somebody else have some belts. There was one.
They didn't play a Mean Girls, guys.
Santino,
Where
or not
somebody
Santino, but...
where somebody won the fucking Queen
Uh-oh,
whatever
Styles
prom.
Clash off the top rope.
Oh no!
Well, second rope.
He's gonna get. Oh look, he clamped his
Oh, no. Little Hurricane Rana.
legs around his head. He must be really good at that. Just kidding. Anyways, it's not like in Mean Girls where the prom queen took the crown and broke it up into a whole bunch of pieces and then threw it to all the other girls because God forbid that nobody else gets to be a prom queen.
Is that Mean Girls?
Yes, that was Mean Girls.
I don't remember who won the prom queen.
What's her face did?
Regina?
No.
Huh. I guess I don't
The
know.
redhead.
Yeah, I know who
Whatever
you're
her
talking
name was.
about. Katie. Caddy.
Caddy. Old Caddy. She did. So Mrs. Roman
Whoa!
wasn't supposed to
Got
hold
him
both
over.
championships this long. Yeah, but the problem with it was is they couldn't figure out a way to separate them because they're stupid.
Drops him down 1, 2.
So they just started calling him the Undisputed
Right. For
instead.
a little over 400 days, he's been the main champion. Anything above that isn't real.
True.
That's that 3 main events tonight. That's the main event night 1.
It's all smoke and mirrors, people. Smoke and mirrors. Oh, he's got wounds of battle on him. Oh my gosh, he's got
Battle.
rug burn on him. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Sophie says, give Seth the win. He has been through a lot.
So wouldn't you want him not to win so he didn't have the title for a while? I feel like whoever beats this champion, it's going to make it a little bit more relevant. Maybe who beats that guy will make it a little bit more relevant.
Yeah, this it needs time. It's not as grandiose as everybody wants to make it. As they're doing smoke and mirrors, guys. Smoke and mirrors. But that's how it is, right? It's entertainment. Yay.
Oh, lands on his feet.
Oh, he thought he had him, but he didn't. Oh, he got a boot to the face for his efforts. Good for him.
Basically, the only reason for this title is that NBC wants a championship on USA Network.
Yeah.
They can't handle, so they have to do a participation. Why don't we get one?
Yeah. Sophie says it seems like they're only counting both championships as one. Robbie says,
Yes.
D, which match in your opinion will be a decent match?
Well, obviously this one's pretty decent.
This one's not bad because, I mean, they're both pretty evenly matched as wrestlers, right? They're both entertaining. People know who they are. They're both very popular.
Oh, shit! AJ tries to knock him out right there on that ring apron.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part of the ring. They don't say that anymore, but they used to. That's the hardest part of the ring.
I guess it depends on what you consider decent. Like, if you consider moves and what they're doing and athleticism and everything that they're going through, I'm going to say that this one's probably going to be the most decent out of them. If you're talking, like, power and how quick it's going to happen, it's going to be the Cody Brock one is going to be, like, that type of decent
I feel
match,
like
I
Cody
guess.
and Brock is going to be the most electrifying, the one that has the most invested in your heart.
Yeah.
Like, whether you like them or you don't.
Well, that's what I mean by what do you consider the background of definition of decent in it?
Right. I mean, Asuka and Bianca might steal the show.
They could do really good. I mean, they do work well together.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of theater that's going to be going on with the hair whips and the blue smoke, and it could be entertaining. Rhea Natalie will be dumb.
Right.
Gunther Mustafa Ali could be okay.
Yeah.
Gunther's pretty brutal, so he could walk over him, but I'm sure they'll have
See how he really
Ali
did
do
land.
a little bit.
He landed really weird.
Everything's good.
Faye says, who do you got winning in this particular match?
Seth.
I'm gonna say Seth as well because
I picked Seth.
I feel like that. I feel like AJ is the type of guy who he's fine with just having a faction and running that for a while. He just got back from his broken ankle. Seth's been working his ass off to be who he is and his character. And I think that with him in the position of champion, that he'll do a little bit better with it. I'm not saying it'll make him more whatever, but John says Jinder Mahal should beat them both with a bamboo stick for shits and giggles.
Old Jinder. Yeah, and the other thing I would have done is not had either of these two in this. That's what I would have had. I would have had Miz beat somebody else. Because the Miz could have done this title better.
I think he would have capitalized on it, and he's somebody nobody likes.
It would just
so
work.
if he got the title, right, everybody would want it to be more relevant and put it on somebody else.
And then whoever wins Money in the Bank beats him, and all of a sudden...
I think they missed an opportunity there that they could have played out on, and he could have been even more of an asshole that everybody hated by him saying, and now I've won every title.
Yeah, now after this match, there's only going to be, well, if Seth wins it, he'll be the only superstar in WWE to have all the titles.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Robbie's like, I just wanted you to pick a match. We can't just pick a match, though, man. There's other aspects involved.
Yeah, if you're talking about ring work and resting in between moves, that's this one.
Robbie says, yeah, Asuka could be decent. Harley says, to be honest, I thought that Roman Reigns and the tag team champions should have not been. Yeah, Robbie says Ali will get squashed like a bug.
He should.
He should get squashed like a bug.
I don't see that happening just because
Not gonna
Triple
happen.
H is a weirdo. But in reality, hopefully Vince booked it and he just walks through him in a squash match. Would be the best case scenario.
I mean, give him a little bit of, oh, he might, and then...
Yeah, like a
no,
4-minute match.
You're done. John says lots of people will be pissed when Roman gets the tag belts.
I don't see it happening.
I don't really see him getting them.
I'm going to throw it out there because I want to see it, but some sort of controversial finish where Solo gets pinned by Kevin and Roman pins Sami. Well, that wouldn't work. So it's Roman pins Kevin. It's Sami pins Solo at the exact same time, and they split the belts up or something.
Yeah.
Some way to split the belts. Maybe a controversial ending, and then the headquarters takes it to court, and we see one of those kangaroo court things with Bradshaw or something like we did with the Miz's Money in the Bank and Otis.
Which would be great, but they'll never do that.
Oh, I know.
They'll never make Roman into that big of a joke.
Right. They just need to do something to split those goddamn belts.
Yeah.
The other thing is...
They need to do something.
You're right.
Indeed.
They're not going to do that with Roman. So it'll have to be in the next feud. So Solo's getting beat tonight somehow, or there's going to be a disqualification. The Usos show up. One of them.
One of them.
Shows up and interferes, and they get disqualified, which causes more heat between Roman and Jay and Jimmy.
Yeah, even though Jimmy's the one that's playing the I'm not playing this game thing.
Right.
I don't know.
Pedigree, 2, and Seth kicks out.
It's really different when you have people that they get in trouble in the States. And I'm not sure how much the WWE paves over things so that they can go off and do things like this, right? That's kind of some of the aspects of what you have to wonder about. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. Sophie says, I like afternoon pay-per-views because once pay-per-view is over, you could do stuff that you normally do on Saturday morning at night.
Amen.
Unless that place is closed for the night. Yeah, Sophie, I guess. I mean, I guess it still works. It's about 5 o'clock in Eastern time, you know, when this is probably going to be over. And I don't know. I looked at it like, wow, you can't do anything now. Your whole afternoon was completely...
Right.
completely
Yeah,
taken.
I mean, if your friends are out playing beach volleyball or something, you're getting screwed right now.
Yeah. Sophie says, do you think we will see a King and Queen pay-per-view at some point since this was supposed to be King and Queen of the Ring? I think it depends on how much
they could do it.
Vince thinks that it's relevant. And I still think they could do it.
Obviously,
as a pay-per-view. They have open spots for pay-per-views, guys. They haven't really have a setup of...
I mean, obviously they could do something in October. I don't think there's anything in September yet either. And there's always December. Mm-hmm. Start a King in the new year.
Yeah. John says Miz versus Jinder. Have Miz go over. They would go crazy in Arabia. Sophie says, I wonder how long they practiced this match. Rose like, does Asuka work as a heel?
She can. They make her... First of all, they're pushing her heel stuff, and it's dumb. But
he got his stomp in, but he broke his knee at the same time.
Really
so
good
we'll
heel.
see.
1, 2, and 3.
There's your winner, Seth.
20 minutes, guys.
With a curb stomp to AJ Styles. The crowd goes wild. Raw. He's a winner, everybody.
Sorry, Seth. You got to feel bad for him, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, make it relevant, my friend. Make it relevant. You bring everything you can to that. Oh, look, Triple H is going to bring it to him. Isn't that sweet?
These two are together.
He's like, are you going to be able to stand up? Here, let me get standing up. Oh, he's like, here, let me help you with my bad heart. They must have figured out something with his medication or something. He doesn't look like death anymore.
He might be far enough away from when it happened.
That's what I meant. Like, he doesn't look like death. When we saw him not too long ago, he looked like death. I was like, holy fuck, he looks like death. He looks a little bit better. Got a little more color. Normal color. Not like, I've been out in the sun getting color. Looks a little more normal. He looked gross. Did AJ just immediately run away?
Yeah, I probably had to leave because they're going to do this stuff.
That's kind of weird. Seth Rollins won phase. Seth won. Seth wins! He's a winner.
Seth is the new heavyweight champion.
WWE heavyweight champion. Seth Rollins. World heavyweight champion. He's a world heavyweight champion. He's very excited about it, too. His knee seems to be better. He doesn't seem to be having any problems with it. So there's that. Well, let's see. Sophie says there are jokes out there like people calling Roman 4 belts. John says acknowledge him. Sophie says most diners were closed at 2 p.m. Congrats to Seth. Sure. I mean, I guess it could be. Ravi says we knew Seth will win. John says Seth wins. And Ravi says, D excited to see Seth win. And John says Hunter needs his spotlight time. Sophie says Roman is going to be Pedro Morales' title reign. He isn't that far from it.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't, yeah.
There's 2 belts now. He's only got one of them. When Pedro did it, there was 1 belt. There wasn't 2. They didn't separate the belts. So as of right now, Seth is now a champion. So Roman is no longer undisputed as of right now.
Let's see. Robbie says, do you like Trips? And FaZe said that. Robbie says, he is getting older. Okay.
His heart is the problem.
So he had a whole bunch of heart issues months ago, and he looked like death. Like for a while, his color was terrible. Like, I mean, he looked like death. And I was like, ugh. And he looks a little bit better now. So hopefully they got everything kind of under control for him and stuff, because he could die at the drop of a hat, guys. Like, that's how bad his heart problems are.
Yeah, the steroids they show no mercy.
They don't. And what's even more sad is the fact that he probably has to be on steroids now, but different kinds of steroids to keep his heart going. So it says this is like when Seth won the NXT championship from Travis's fave wrestler, Jinder. Ravi says the crowd seems excited. They're in Saudi. They really like Seth there. Seth goes over really well in most places, guys. Now it's just going to be a fact of, is he going to stay that kind of in between, like Randy Orton, where he's not really a bad guy and he's not really a good guy? Or is he going to become an asshole? Right? Harley's like, what if this scenario happens, Roman loses? John says Seth is IC runner-up, USA Coastal TV champion.
Exactly.
It's sad. Like, we said it right when they did it. Participation trophy. It makes no sense. AJ even said it. You knew he wasn't going to take it. But you knew he could sell a match, right? Because that's what AJ is good at. Ravi says, yeah,
remember the time he was
ill
in South America? And he had to fly all the way back to the States to wrestle Finn Balor because somebody that Finn was going to wrestle got hurt.
That's right.
And he had to, like, fly back all night and got there just barely on time, had the match. I don't know if he had to go back to South America. But he put on a banger and then got beat, obviously.
Yeah. So it says, I wonder if this match lasted a lot longer than it was supposed to. No, I'm pretty sure it lasted exactly how they needed it to last.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Robbie says, eating baked beans on toast don't half make you fart. LOL. Sophie says, it will be interesting on who Seth faces at Money in the Bank for this new championship.
That just said it was on at 3 p.m. Eastern, the London one. That's 1 our time.
3 p.m. what?
Eastern.
Oh. This? I didn't catch what you said. Sorry.
There's a pay-per-view coming up on July 1st. It's Money in the Bank. It's in London.
Oh, I see. Okay. They're going to do that one late.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's weird. Rob McLaren's in the chat, though.
Hey, Rob.
Good to see you. The Street Profits are there with their jeweled cups and nice outfits. They're all not wrestling. They're just in suits.
I need some jewels for my new cups.
Yeah. Bedazzle them.
Where do you get jewels at?
I'm pretty sure you can just get bedazzling stuff and be good. Anyways, Rob's in the chat. Hey, Rob, good to see you. Says, good morning, Wrestling Gab. Hey, Travis, will you explain this belt? I've not been watching lately. How did Roman get stripped of title? He didn't.
He didn't. So Roman has the Universal title and the WWE title. They couldn't take it off of him. And so what they did is they just came up with a tournament to crown a world heavyweight champion. And then the winners of the tournament were AJ and Seth, and that just happened. And now Seth is the inaugural world heavyweight champion.
And he's on Raw, so we
Roman,
figured he would win.
Roman still has the 2 belts, but I'm assuming they'll combine the names, make it like the WWE Universal Championship would be my guess, but no idea what they're going to call it.
Yeah,
but that's my guess. I doubt they're going to have 3 championship belts.
Yeah,
is what I'm speculating.
Sophie says AJ losing makes sense since he just got drafted to SmackDown. John says Red Solo Cup team had to pay for tickets. Sophie says, I thought when they go to London that they do what they do when they go to Saudi by putting the pay-per-view on a lot earlier. Right. Yeah, to a certain degree, but...
Well, it's 7 different from us, so that means it's going to start at 8 o'clock there.
I'm not sure exactly.
That would be weird. Is that normal, Robbie, to start a pay-per-view at 8 o'clock where you're at? Or a show, a thing, a live event?
Yeah.
Soccer, boxing. Boxing does.
True.
The pay-per-view usually starts later, like that, about 8.
Yeah, like all the pre stuff that doesn't really...
Well, the pre-stuff comes on way earlier.
Yeah.
Like
Robbie
5
says, so Trish going to show Becky how to wrestle?
Yeah, he's trying to get her in the squared circle. That looks like it's next.
Rob says, copy that. Thanks for the update.
Yes.
You're welcome.
So therefore, it's a participation trophy, so I'm not really pumped about it yet, but I do feel like it's going to be a great belt
over time.
Down the road.
Yeah. It's going to take time, and I don't know if Seth's going to be able to pull that off or if it's going to have to change hands a couple times before that really comes into play. So we'll see how it
Put
plays
it on
out,
Brock.
right?
That might
wait and
work.
see, wait and see, wait and see.
It's WWE. Everything's wait and see.
To see how it plays out.
Becky Lynch. Trish, probably next.
Probably. They're showing a lot of all the updates. They're showing all the stuff.
You think they're showing a lot of her?
They're showing her and showing, like, talking and their contract signing and all that stuff.
I wonder what they're going to be wearing, just tight black.
Probably. I mean, they could. Or some weird outfit. Who knows? Whatever it is, it's going to be them covered up completely.
Jeddah. That's pretty cool. They made houses out of coral.
How many coral reefs did they have to murder to do it?
More than one. I'm going to go out on a limb.
That's probably why they don't have any anymore.
There's a bird.
It's
Must
fake.
be their state. Oh, it's not real.
That gold bird falcon
That was
on
bigger
top
than
of
their
the thing.
stadium.
Robbie says it's a falcon of some kind. Robbie says football for a night game, yes, 8 p.m. is normal, but 8 p.m. for wrestling seems good, normal, but they could have put it on like 4 p.m. Well, especially since it's going to be on a Saturday. That seems kind of odd that they're putting it on so late.
Does this take some of Trish's talent away, being dressed like this?
No, you can still see she has ginormous boobs. Sophie says, what time did they say Money in the Bank start?
3 p.m. Eastern is what that said.
Robbie says, depends on traveling fans, I guess. Harley says, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, winner takes all. Oh, please no. Just keep everybody away from everybody.
They're not doing that again, trust me.
No, they done fucked up with that
If
one.
they do that match, it's not for the belts, like
Nope.
like Survivor Series stuff, like the old Survivor Series.
Where it's
But
not for the belts, it's just the
we
champion
didn't see that
versus
this
champion
last year, and if Triple H has any say, he's not going to do it this year either. So,
yeah. John says Seth's belt might be the next European title they did away with. Sophie says, I don't have Peacock Premium, so I didn't get that video package. It's fine. It's just a video package they showed in the pre-show anyways, so.
thank you, Trish.
She's thanking herself. It's creepy. She's
Whoa!
talking about herself in the third person.
Yeah, like The Rock.
Yes.
The Rock said. The Rock said.
She's
Anyways, here
thank you,
comes
Trish,
the
so
man.
It's definitely third person shit.
What's
She
gonna
wearing
be
all
wearing?
yellow.
Is that gold? Oh, yeah.
She's wearing all yellow.
Her and Seth matching.
No, well, kinda. Not really. He was wearing like a blue and gold, and
Like his fingernails.
his fingernails were gold, and his pants were like a turquoise, and they had like
Yellow on a redhead.
leopard
That's interesting. Hey, it's your Kill Bill, the cover.
Yeah, kinda.
I don't know if I've seen that one. I don't know which one's which, but in one of them she was in a yellow outfit.
Yes. It was when she was on the motorcycle.
So it happened.
Yes.
Okay. All right, they're fighting in their onesies. Looks like the footy pajamas. That's what they should have wore. That'd
Footy
be funny.
pajamas with bunny ears.
A real bunny fight. Yeah, exactly. Trish walked so Becky could run.
That's right. Running.
We already know that Becky's going to win this. And the reason I say that is because Charlotte beat Trish already. And they're not going to have Becky lose to Trish
That'd be
if
weird.
Charlotte beat Trish, because they put Becky on the same level.
Right.
And you can tell by her paychecks.
Yeah. Sophie says, so another afternoon pay-per-view. That is interesting. Robbie says Becky needs new music or a revamp. It's not really that interesting, Sophie. They're going to be in England.
Yeah, anytime they're in a different country, they got to do it earlier. Unless they're on this continent.
It's going to be on their time zone of normalness, but for us, it's going to be earlier because we're in a different time zone.
Right. Now, Australia will be interesting because they could do it Sunday morning.
True.
That's what they do in boxing, and so it would still be on primetime here.
Yes.
And we see that in boxing. But Australia is so different in time zone that they can't do it to where it lines up.
John's like, they covered up her twins, those no good bastards.
Exactly.
They have to. And what's even funnier,
whoa,
she's wearing
shit! Knocked her
black,
completely down with one punch.
and she's wearing black, so it diminishes her twinness.
Yeah, her butt looks good. And I didn't like her butt before. I was like, hey, at least her butt looks good. Not that that matters, but.
That's funny. Robbie's like, Kill Bill. Yeah, John's like, Kill Bill outfit. And Gigi Tala's in the chat. Hey, Gigi says, please, is there any way to watch the live WWE live? I'm a big fan of WWE.
Maybe TikTok if you're into that, but I have no idea. Obviously, it's on Peacock if you want to pay $5.
If you're in another country, though, it's still on the WWE
Network, which is $9.99, or you get that first month free.
Yeah.
Assuming.
And as Robbie said, you can also try search and watch wrestling on Google. I mean, that's it. We don't have any other way. Sorry, and we can't show it live, or we'll get a copyright.
But I can't tell you what's happening. Is Trish throws Becky's face first into those steps.
Yeah,
Ouch.
the still stairs got a face full of Becky.
I don't think that was
nobody
supposed
wanted
to happen, but now I want to see what Becky's face looks like, because that broken nose saved her career last time. And there's a good chance she might be bleeding out of her mouth again.
She's got a wedgie. I think she wore the wrong outfit.
I feel like she has blood on her face.
I don't know. Let's see. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh!
Kicked her in the gut hole.
Right in the gut hole.
Sophie says,
Is that the belly button?
Money in the Bank starts at 3 p.m. on July 1st. What time will it start for you?
For me, 1.
1 o'clock. Sophie says Trish kind of has a remixed version of his theme. Robbie says that, and Sophie says it will be interesting what time we get SmackDown the night before Money in the Bank, which also happens in London. Anthony Uno is in the chat. Hey, Anthony, good to see you tonight. Thanks for joining us. John says it will probably be tape delayed, Sophie. Sophie says Australia pay-per-view will be interesting. That means a lot of people won't be sleeping or about to wake up. Robbie says Becky, she struggled to get any leverage against the rope.
Trisha's like, I know how to wrestle.
She's like, mind your business, bitch.
I wonder if this is a Saudi official, because he doesn't look familiar.
I don't think so. I'm pretty
You've
sure
seen this
we've
guy
seen
before?
him before.
Trisha's like, thank you,
really
Trish.
seen him, so.
Oh, no, another big right hand.
She smacked her in the face.
She learned a lot from Nia Jax. Whoa.
Ugh.
DDT.
Still haven't seen Becky's face. Have no idea what it looks
2.
like. Becky lost her face. Her hair has been covering her face the whole time. I don't think I've seen her face since she got thrown into the stairs.
Right, I think it's stuck to her face, her hair. So it looks like she has a beard. I call her Red Beard. See it? There.
There, I finally saw a little bit of her face. It's weird.
I don't see any blood anywhere. Oh, show her face!
Like, put your face up, you dumb bitch. What the fuck? Well, I don't have a face.
Can
face?
we see your
No
puss?
face. No face. Only Trisha's face. You're like, let me hear it. I want to hear the booze. I was like, they should keep the outfits on other pay-per-view. Sophie says, I wonder how many people are watching this live and how many are waiting for it to be over to watch it. I don't know, Sophie.
I don't know how that works. Do
I'm not
people do that? Do you
contemplating.
get it like cheaper if you wait?
No.
I feel like the replay's going to cost just
So
as much.
the pay-per-view prices would be exactly the same no matter what. It's just a matter of how long they're available.
I know the boxing ones were on there for like a week. I saw the Tank Davis ones way later.
Yeah. And they still cost exactly the same amount.
I just never click on them.
Well, they wouldn't cost any different. And with the way that the world is now, you just go on the internet and you can watch the whole thing. So
Yeah, I know.
after the fact, sometimes during it.
Look at this chin
I
lock here.
suppose.
Oh no!
And John's like, you wonder a ton, Sophie. Yeah. And everything's interesting.
Sophie needs Neuralink.
So she can wonder more than a ton.
I was hearing a ringing. Did you hear a ring? Or was that just in my ears?
I wasn't paying
It's
attention.
over now. Whoa, there's a kick right. Oh my God, Becky's showing skin.
Oh my God. Her outfit. She's got a calf. We got calf muscle.
She's showing her flesh. Arrest her. You know, if this was the 1800s, she would be labeled a whore.
Well, she is. Just kidding.
I mean, I'm assuming it's not a big deal or they would have rushed to cover it.
Rob is like, D, don't you think they are dope outfits?
Plus, she's so white that it's not attractive anyway. You know what I mean? So like, ugh.
Is she sick? What's wrong with her? So it says whenever the pay-per-view is over, you could catch the replay of it like once it is fully over. Harley says, I remember the pay-per-view that was in Australia back in 2018 year was the WWE Super Showdown event that happened at 4 a.m. my time. Yeah, they didn't account for different things. Zones at that point. Robbie says, who has the best offense in this match?
Trish.
I don't know Trish, so I can't say. So if it says I remember that Australia pay-per-view, I didn't watch it live because I was sleeping.
Becky's just a bigger athlete. She's like a foot taller. And Becky's not a tall girl. Look at these two going fisticuffs. Now Becky's going to have the upper hand with the offense that's about to happen. They put a lot of trust in those zippers, don't they?
Yeah. They might be locked at the top. They probably make sure those don't go anywhere.
Right.
And I think they made sure that Trish's wouldn't come up because she's wearing like taller boots and probably her things go all the way down.
You should be wearing boots anyways.
And that's what Becky, but she's wearing those stupid shoes. Yeah.
With socks that fell down.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully she doesn't
get
arrested. Her
sock is still up. Her pant leg came up.
Oh, is that
like
what
her sock is still all the way where it's supposed to be? Her pant leg is all up to here like you do with yours sometimes because you're a weirdo.
Because I have big ass calves.
That's not her problem though.
Whoa! Saw that? That's a Nyla Rose move right there. 1, 2. Trish got out of it.
Robbie says, come on, Becky with the Kill Bill vibes. Come on. She tried to fix her pant leg real quick.
She's like, ew, I'm showing skin. Go to prison.
She's getting it. She got it fixed.
She fixed it.
She finally got a point where she could. Good for her. No, she's like, oh shit.
She's no longer a whore, guys.
She's like, I didn't realize it. She probably didn't realize it was up.
Oh shit. Kicked her right in the back of the head.
Robbie says, you can say you're watching this match. John says, Bex is hulking up. Robbie says, who has the better stamina in this match?
Becky. Becky's the current wrestler. She's been doing it longer.
I mean, I'm sure Trish has kept, her stuff and everything. But you got to remember, it's
different.
Older.
Whoa!
She's at least 15 years older than Becky.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got to be pushing 50.
I'm not saying she's old, but, we all know that Becky's in her 30s.
Right.
And that's her early 30s. So Trish has got to be at least...
She could be mid. She could be 35.
Well, that's what I said. But that's, early 30s. She's not in her late 30s by any means. Sophie says India will be another interesting time zone since they are going there in September. Ravi says, Sophie, it's not that deep. Sophie says, you know how hard it is to stay up when a pay-per-view starts later than normal? I don't know. Ravi would have no idea what that is at all.
Us in the United States never have to worry about that, and it's all because of money. They're not going to start it at 2 o'clock in the morning in America.
Not anymore.
It won't sell.
Yeah.
It's just, they're not going to do that.
Especially if they're going to make it any kind of a main type of pay-per-view. They would really screw themselves over with that. So John's like, wow, Sophie, wow. Sophie's like, what did I say, John? And Robbie's like, Sophie, try being me in the UK. It's not that deep for you. Right?
Yeah, I mean...
Robbie does that every fucking...
3 days a week.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for us.
I don't even know...
And sometimes pay-per-views, which he will be doing tomorrow if he's able to.
Right. I don't even know if I could do it once. I honestly don't know if I would watch something at 1 o'clock in the morning.
So...
To 3 or 4.
It would depend on how your schedule was,
What would it be?
I don't know.
That would keep me... It would have to be like... I don't even think it would be a Mike Tyson fight because he doesn't fight anymore. I'm trying to think of like something that I would be like, oh, I have to see that.
All right.
And
I said
thought,
it, Ravi. You do it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for us, and we appreciate it. And there are some times when you don't make it because, you know, you probably are exhausted and had long days at work, and you have a full-time job. So, yeah. And you try to have a life outside of doing this, which we appreciate. Just because I give you a hard time doesn't mean I don't appreciate what you do.
Oh, shit, a leg drop.
And that you're in
Hogan
the middle
style.
Of the night.
1, 2. Trish kicks out. Becky's beside herself.
Exactly.
I think I see some skin on Trish.
Oh, no, not the skin.
Right above her boot.
Oh, did her pant come out?
I think so.
Of her boot?
Why
are we worried about skin?
For fun.
You're so weird.
I'm trying to be the police of Saudi Arabia.
I think they'll be okay.
See what woman I want to arrest and detain. Here it is.
I don't know, but this outfit makes Trish look like she has a really big head.
Because the black's so slimming.
I don't know
and
if
she has a
that,
tiny head.
But it makes her look like she has a ginormous head. It's probably this, because it's so far up her neck.
Right.
And she's
Here it
a very
is.
tiny lady.
I don't know what this is, but it's something. It looks... Styles Clash? No, Boston Crab.
But she put it into something
It's a
else.
Boston Crab!
No, not the Boston Crab. My back.
Or is that a camel
My
clutch?
back.
No, it's a Boston Crab. It's a Boston Crab.
She's worried about her back.
Well, it's bad for your back. I've seen this in the UFC. Once. No, I don't know if it was the UFC, but it was in mixed martial arts. Look at her. She's a very, very good crawler. Wonder if she had to learn that from Vince when she was barking like a dog.
Most likely.
He made her crawl a lot.
I was like, I do have work in the morning. Yeah, exactly. Riley says, I know you appreciate it. I was saying to so I know, but that person's probably not going to pay attention or listen anyways. So he says, if the WWE does pay-per-view at 1 a.m. because of whatever country they're in, it will make every WWE fan miserable.
It won't happen.
It doesn't happen, Sophie.
It's just not going to happen.
And
there's too much money.
with who owns them now, they'll never fucking do it.
There's too much money lost. Look, the UFC does it in Australia. The UFC does it in Saudi Arabia. The UFC does it in Europe. And the UFC does it in America. And in South America, which is America. 2 and 3. No, Becky kicks out. But yeah, there's all the continents basically.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've seen this ref before doing WWE stuff. It's rare. I don't see him a lot. But he's like the Italian looking guy. I've seen him before.
Well, there's another one that's always on there that's Italian looking.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like this guy though.
No. This guy looks way different.
And stuff.
He looks like the guy from Mr. Deeds.
Kind of, I guess, but he looks more Italian to me. But.
Can I change your socks?
Justice. Ravi, you work as a horse jockey. Sorry, had to get a shorty in. Ayla's in the chat. Ayla says, my cat came back last night. And John says, meow. And Ravi says, so how effective is Trish's finisher?
The Stratisfaction. Isn't that what it's called?
I guess.
I mean, it's not good. This is the Disarmor. She could win this here, but I think it's going to be a different move that Becky wins with.
Oh, God.
She's ripping her hair out.
Oh, my God. Not the extensions.
Oh, no.
Not the extensions.
Oh, no.
It's a hair-for-hair match right now. They're fighting like girls.
It turned into a girl match.
They're slapping, pulling hair. Now they're going to get the claws out. The ref's like, Jesus Christ, stop pulling hair.
2. Trish kicks out.
Where's
I know.
the thing? I need it. There was a
looking
cat fight happening and we didn't have it. Is that the one with the cat fight?
She's under it.
That's it. That's what was happening.
I was looking for it. I got it.
Sophie says this match isn't that bad. We knew that this one would be pretty good, guys. We didn't say this one would be bad.
I mean, Trish was pretty good in her time. She wasn't great, but she wasn't terrible.
And we're going to say Becky knows what she's doing.
Becky can carry her.
And so that's the point, right?
Oh, shit. Who's this?
Oh, it's stupid what's-her-face.
Joey Stark's there.
Zoe Stark. Becky's like, oh no. But is she going to fix? Is she going to? There's their Stratusfaction.
The Stratusfaction. That's it. Stratus wins. Stratus wins.
So they give Becky the loss because of interference.
Well, it starts up a feud. That's okay. And now end it, and then have Becky go with Stark. As long as Becky wins.
Her nose is bleeding.
Zoe Stark.
Oh, Becky's nose is bleeding bad now. Yeah, Becky's nose is bleeding a lot now.
Watching the replay.
I don't know when it started bleeding.
Right there.
Maybe right there when she kicked her.
Yeah, she reached for her nose. Watch. Right here. So she hits. Now watch. She reaches for her nose right there. See it? She went, oh.
She got her wrong.
So hopefully it's not broken.
Again.
Little blood never hurt.
People in the audience were not happy. They were mad. That guy was not happy at all.
14:30.
He even almost threw his hat. He was so mad. Oh, poor Becky. She got blood all over her face. Now, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's real.
Oh, it's real. I watched her reach for it. And she knows what that does for her curse, so she's rubbing it all over her face.
But she lost. I don't think she lost the last time. I think she literally, did something about it last time. So.
I know that the referees are supposed to put gloves on for their own safety or whatever, but if Becky was bleeding in front of me, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't give a shit.
Right.
You have to ask yourself, honestly, would I sleep with this human being, right? And if the answer is yes,
then you're not going to put gloves on if she's bleeding.
You're already swapping shit. Why the fuck would you care if you got blood on you?
John's like Saudi crab. That's what that was instead of the whatever it was.
The Saudi crab. The Boston crab.
Robbie says, Elo, was that you out all night with a saucer of milk? Been a good pay-per-view so far.
Yeah, nothing to complain about. Yeah.
The matches they put on. We all know, really, that Seth is good. We know that AJ is good, right? I don't know about Trish. I don't know anything about her history or anything. But we know that Becky is good. Whether you like her or hate her, I don't care. She is a good wrestler. She does really good in the ring. She pulls things off like they're supposed to. It is what it is.
All right, we got Ollie and Gunther next, it looks
Hassan in the chat. Hey, Hassan says, hi there, guys. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Yes, Hassan, you watching some Night of Champions pay-per-view right now? Ravi says, them yellow boots are Adidas. Yeah, they weren't boots, though. They're just high-top shoes, Ravi. Like basketball shoes. Ella says, no, it was me out all night making a loud sucking sound because that's what she listens to. I look like a crackhead roaming the streets making a loud inhale suck sound, shaking my head. Robbie says, so not effective. Are you serious? That's what she comes to? That is so weird. Sophie says, do you think Saudi Arabia will get a Raw at some point?
Why? No.
Why would they do that?
No, unless they do a WrestleMania. They're not doing a Raw. But, I mean, if they do a WrestleMania, then they'll have all the shows.
As I go on, do you bringing the FX back? What? Sophie says Zoe Stark versus Becky, huh? Robbie says, Travis, how does Asuka keep the blue mist in her mouth during a match?
She doesn't. She's got a thing. I don't know if it's a capsule or what they use. Maybe it's like an Alka-Seltzer dissolvable, whatever it is. And she's just got it on her person. She might even keep it at ringside.
John says, oh, what the bloody hell. Sophie says this Zoe Stark and Trish partnership came out of nowhere. There were no hints towards it leading up to this match. Who says it's a partnership? Who says that Zoe Stark did it for Trish?
It's fine even if they do, though, because it'll help her Zoe because she's not that great on the mic.
Yep.
Although Trish isn't great either, but
nope.
Trish is very sexualized. It'll just help those two being together for a while.
John says mouthwash and a small balloon, Robbie.
Look, they're having a toga party. Toga, toga, toga.
He said they were doing something, and I don't want to listen anymore. So
I think it's a prayer. I think they have to look east and kneel or something. I don't know the Muslim.
Robbie says, has Natty gotten better,
he got his hair cut.
Or is she a little complacent in matches? I don't know what you mean by if she'd gotten better. Natty is Natty, and she kind of is I'm this way, and I don't really change. Like, she doesn't do anything different from what I've seen anyways. Natalya is the type that she can hurt you if she needed to. I don't know how good she is with it now as she's getting older, but she trains a lot of those girls and stuff, and so I think it's a little bit different.
It's who you put in there against new wrestlers because she works with them before they go to NXT. At NXT, she works at the Performance Center,
and
so they're comfortable with her.
And Natalya can do a lot of stuff, and has done a lot of moves and stuff that a lot of other girls aren't able to do, right? And Natalya can hang with the girls that are a little bit stronger, because Natalya can hurt people. Yeah, she has hurt people.
She's stiff. They call her a stiff worker.
She can put you in your place and stuff like that. I'm not saying that I'm a fan of Natalya. I'm just saying that she can help make other wrestlers look good, at the same time as her holding her own and not looking that good, I guess you could say. But she can also bring it and, you know, be an asshole when she needs to be, or a bitch, whatever you want to call it. I'm not saying that she's improved by any means. I just think that she has her skill set, and that's where she's at. And that's it. There's nothing different.
We're talking about Natalya?
Yeah, Natalya.
No, she hasn't improved in 10 years.
Yeah, that's why I said she has her skill set.
She's solid. She's good.
I don't know if I would say she's complacent in matches, though. I just feel like she has what she has, and that's where she is. Robbie says, John, is that right? And Robbie says, a little minty fresh spray. Sophie says, now they have set up a Zoe Trish versus Lita Becky match. Don't know what's happening there. John says, yes, since Kabuki in the 80s, Gary Hart came up with that. Sophie says, this pay-per-view isn't that bad so far. Ayla says, yes, that's the sound she responds to ever since she was a baby. Harley says, so does this set up for a tag team match with Trish and Becky and Zoe Starks and Lita, maybe?
Anything's possible.
I mean, it's a possibility, or it just sets up stuff between Becky and Zoe, right? I mean, things can be that way too, right?
I mean, if Trish is going to be around till like WrestleMania or something, it makes sense.
Bobby says, Ayla with people throwing nickels at you at night. Sophie says, Ali versus Gunther. I could see this being the bathroom break match. Ayla says, no one was out. I'm sure their doorbell cameras got it. John's like, popcorn match Ali. And Sophie says, Natty is so boring. The only
so
thing
how
I know
far
about
did you
her
have
is
to
that
go?
She is a cat person.
To get your cat? Like, did you have to go?
No. She stood in the front door, had the back door open, and she heard the cat in the back, and she was there.
So she walked around first.
She thinks that the cat was under the neighbor's deck.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
There he is! Imperium's out there!
She was only gone for a day, so that's good.
Gunther has a torn meniscus in his right leg. See how he walks?
Oh.
That's how you tell the one foot's
I'm like,
goofy.
he's broken?
Yeah,
like
it's a torn meniscus. No, people never even get them fixed.
So says, Natty is so boring. The only thing I know about her is she is a cat person. Robbie says, is Natty's sharpshooter effective still?
Nah, against lower quality, it would be, but she's not going to win. We're never going to see her win again.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, she might win against, like,
who?
Jobber people.
I don't know. Why
like,
would they?
Lower level to put them in their place.
Right. The only reason I don't see that happening because she's not going to be on a match against a jobber on TV.
No.
Period. So we're not going to see her win ever again unless it's in a tag team.
Robbie says, Natty, she trained Nikki Bella. Sophie says, Natty has been there for a long time. This is the first Saudi Arabia pay-per-view for a lot of talent that are on this card. John says if Natty didn't have the Hart family ties, she'd probably be in AEW by now.
Yeah.
Ayla says, she came in through the back door. We walked around the block and up and down the road, but not far. I figured she wouldn't go far. Yeah, she's probably like, I'm an inside cat, and I don't like outside. This is scary. I don't know why I went there.
The funny thing is she'll leave again.
Oh, yeah.
My cat does it, too. He's scared to death of being outside, so he runs and stops. And then he's like, oh, it's a bad decision. He gets like 3 feet outside, and he's like, oh, fuck.
Put him on his little harness and take him out there. Now, right out in the middle.
Hey, this Intercontinental Championship looks a lot like the World Heavyweight Championship, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I didn't never notice that before.
That's strange. So he's like, Bret Hart got the Canadian Walk of Fame. Oh, yeah?
There's the bell. It's official. This is a normal WWE referee. So
Robbie
yeah, maybe
says
that guy is. And I'm going to be looking for him.
that dungeon Natty trained in looks like it could break most people.
Oh, I'm sure it could. And it would have broke her. I'm sure they took it easy on her because she was a girl. But her husband was really good in there too. And he's one of the trainers for WWE. I'm pretty sure he trains people.
Is he still training them?
Yeah, and he also writes the matches and it does a lot of the women's matches. Like the author, they call it, the author of the matches.
They brought him in to do that stuff because I know he can't really wrestle ever again.
His name was Tyson Kidd. I'm pretty sure his real name is Tyson, but I don't know. His last name's obviously not Kidd.
Right. But he's the one, his neck's broken though, right?
Yes, he's not wrestling ever again.
John says, who came in the back door? What is going on in here? Up in here?
I know, it's like AEW up in here, right? The back door, forbidden door, whatever they call it. Came right in.
Right? Robbie's message retracted, but it says, when will we see Spawn again? What?
Spawn?
Spawn?
We will see her soon, I would assume. I hope she comes back at maybe SummerSlam or something and beats Bianca would be the best case scenario. She's on SmackDown, right? She stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was top pick there.
Yeah. So this is Natty's husband is also a producer of some matches, as Travis said, yes. Ayla says, I'm sure she will, haha. Once we lost her, she was in the vent. Also, when we lived next to you guys, she escaped over the fence behind our house and went down and lived with the chickens for 3 days.
That's
at that
funny.
building business behind where we were. Jordan finally saw her and jumped the fence and threw over the fence, and I'm sure they thought we stole one of their chickens.
That's funny because the chickens would jump over the fence into the neighbor's yard anyways.
Well, unless they clipped one side of their wings so they can't.
Well, no, they were in the backyard. The neighbor. That's what I'm saying. I seen them in the backyard.
Chris says, fucking BS, man. AJ should have won because it would have gave him more prestige, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think it would have helped. But Seth Rollins has already had those interviews. We knew Seth was winning it. And the reason we knew is because they had all those interviews. They didn't do it with anybody else. And he just kept saying, hey, I'm going to make this championship defended every week and blah, blah, all that stuff that those kind of fans like to hear.
Yeah.
And
he's a Raw guy.
And it's going to be on Raw.
And who's the champion and always been the champion on SmackDown for 1,000 days as of today? Roman Reigns.
SmackDown's own.
So it wasn't going to be AJ that took it because he's on SmackDown.
I think Roman's had the Raw title for all that time.
I thought it was the SmackDown title that he had, and then he took the Raw.
Right. So, but didn't he get the title from the Braun and Fiend match?
I don't remember.
Those two were on SmackDown at the time, I thought. But fuck, who knows?
I thought he was just. He's always been on SmackDown.
He took the Raw title. He took the Raw title from Brock. That's right. And he got the SmackDown title from the Bray and
Yeah, but he
Braun
had the
match.
SmackDown title first.
From the Bray
He was
and-
on SmackDown
the
forever.
Bray and Braun match.
Yeah, once they put SmackDown on Fox, Roman became champion.
I can't believe that was 700,000 days, whatever it was, ago that we watched that. That's like 3 fucking years.
Yes. That's what I was saying. Like,
oh, shit.
Right when they put
Lawn dart.
SmackDown on Fox, Roman became the SmackDown champion. Like, because he's always been there. Like, he's been there.
Right.
And then they were like, yeah, we need to make him our champion.
They're comparing him to Bruno Sammartini.
Who?
Gunther.
Gunther? Oh, jeez.
I don't see it because Bruno wasn't an athlete. And I feel like Gunther's a little bit more of an athlete.
Yeah. Chris also said before WWE, AJ was known for TNA, but if AJ would have won, he would have become like an official in WWE. He has been an official.
He's been the champion.
He's been a champion multiple times, Chris.
He beat Jinder Mahal for the title.
AJ is not like a nobody. People know him. And the thing of it is AJ talked about how he didn't want to be that much longer in the WWE, guys. Like, he wants to retire.
He wanted a 5-year contract with a lot of money and no responsibilities. And that's what he got. Think about it.
Have fun.
You're in the indies for all those years, just sacrificing your body so you can make it to the show.
Yes.
He made it to the show. He became a champion.
Was a good champion, has been a champion multiple times.
Legit. Now he can just get paid and just enjoy the sport.
Yes.
And be part of the show. Because WWE, whether you like it or you don't, it's a show.
Yes.
Where AEW is trying to be a wrestling company, AEW is an entertainment company. It's different.
Yep. Sophie says maybe we get Charlotte versus Bianca at SummerSlam. Robbie says
That's what I'm hoping for.
Dee knows about backdoors. Sophie says Jason Jordan also is a producer for some matches of the WWE. John says Ali gets a Saudi 10-minute beatdown match. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, it looks like he's about ready to die right here.
Chris says
Does he have red hair? Or is it just the light?
It's just the light, probably, making it kind of that color. I don't think he has red hair by any means.
Right, but like reddish.
It might have like a henna tint to it. Chris says, like, recognized as the first ever World Heavyweight Champ, like it would have immortalized AJ as a true legend. Instant Hall of Fame career just for winning that title. The title means nothing. He even said it, Chris. Like, he even said it's a participation trophy. It's garbage. He doesn't want that title. He doesn't want anything to do with it. I'm surprised they even had him in the match, personally. But it is what it is.
It should have been only Raw guys, and they should have done it The Miz with Seth, and then have The Miz win with some sort of interference.
Like a weird thing, somehow
starts a
he
feud.
cheated to win, and Seth gets, screwed out of the title, and
Triple H hits him in the head with a crowbar or something. That's what they did before. And they turned him. Kevin Owens turned on him.
Yes. Chris says, like, recognize. I read that. Ella says, yeah, occasionally we have the chicken in our yard. The problem was the semi truck's back there. She was probably scared to death to move. Sophie says there are reports that Randy Orton could be coming back. Robbie says, who would you say leaves SmackDown or Raw, the arena first, or after they are done with the TV time? What?
I don't know what you mean.
What do you
Who
mean?
leaves, like, during a show? Whoever wrestles first. Usually if you wrestle first, you get out of there.
Sophie says, do you think if COVID didn't happen, we wouldn't have this Roman character?
What was that not around right before the COVID hit, the Bloodline story?
I thought it
it
started before COVID, and then
but it could have been right during the COVID stuff.
Sophie says they want Gunther to pass Honky Tonk Man's record. Robbie says, how strong is Gunther with, like, headbutts?
Good. He's a good, fundamentally sound tactician in the ring. He's just a solid wrestler, but he's big and strong, and so it changes things. He's actually bulking up too. Oh. And I like that. Like, he's got bigger arms, his chest is filling out.
Oh, Gunther?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost the fat, and now he's working on putting it into muscle.
Yeah.
He's gotten a lot thicker when we saw him.
Yeah.
He's still got this soft poochy belly, but that's fine.
Yeah.
He's gotten a lot stronger. He's working on leg days stuff too, which is good. He's starting to get his legs a little bit thicker.
Ali's going to end it right here. Oh, no. Gunther.
Oh, shit, I got to move over this way again.
Into position.
Let me move over
here. Here it comes. 480 or 17,000 spinner. Nobody's home. Drop kick. Missile drop kick. And ended it.
That's going to be done.
1, 2, and 3.
That's right.
8 minutes, 32 seconds.
He didn't even make it 10 minutes. Just kidding. Do I want rhubarb? No.
I like rhubarb. There's some across the street. I'll go eat. Unless
Travis wants it to eat it. I'm not going to do anything with it unless you want me to make you a pie. I don't remember what pies I made. Robbie says, would look good with red hair. No.
Do you have a plant in your yard?
Sounds like it. Says hers is almost ready. So it sounds like they have one. John says Charlotte is playing cornhole instead of wrestling. Nice
I used to be so scared of that stuff because the leaves are poisonous if you eat 1,000 pounds of them. But people say it's poisonous, and if you touch a leaf, you die, basically. And so I used to be so scared of it that I wouldn't eat it because I was like, well, what if the leaf touched the side? Anyways, then I read that you would have to eat like 100 pounds worth of leaves to get sick.
And you cut off the rhubarb that's ripe, and you just wash it, and you're fine.
I don't wash it. I just rip it off and eat it.
Which we did as children. We just ate it off the plants.
I remember there was a wild bush of it growing by where I used to live, and we'd walk down and eat it.
Yeah.
And I never died.
Exactly.
That I'm aware of. I mean, I could be a clone of myself.
Robbie says, as soon as they are finished being on TV, I mean.
What? Oh, sorry.
Who would you say leaves SmackDown or Raw, the arena first after they are done with the TV time? And he said, as soon as they are finished being on TV, I mean. You mean like they leave the facility, like wherever they're at, they just get on a plane or in a car and just leave?
I just obviously it's when you're done, you're going home. You're not going to hang out there.
I mean, some of them might hang out in the back and stuff like that, but I think a lot of them probably just leave.
I think it really depends on what you do.
Yeah.
Because I bet you some of them have other jobs, like where they're writers or they help with other things or they give feedback. But other guys, probably like Brock, he's not going to do all that shit. He comes, he goes to work, shakes hands with people in the backstage, says, hey, good luck, that was a good match or whatever, and he leaves.
Yeah. Yeah, Sammy, you need to think about that, as Kevin tells you. Who cares about him and his stupid...
He sounds like he's from Goonies. That's the kid from Goonies speech.
Yeah, that's it.
Sounded just like
It's
it.
our time! It's our time down here! It's their time! Up there! But I'm not a Goonie.
This is our time.
Sophie says this new Roman character started during the Thunderdome era of the WWE. John says, I've seen in podcasts they leave after their match, go to hotel or airport. A lot of them probably do, I would imagine. There's some of them that probably stick around doing stuff.
LA Night.
Probably
Let me talk to
Friday
you.
Night SmackDown.
Yeah.
Smacketh the downeth. And people like the LA Night.
Well, he's just sitting with a bunch of fans.
He's sitting with all the kids, like the Street Profits had a bunch of kids around him too. It's pretty cute, actually. You know what? I think this is what I like about the Saudi Arabia shows the most. They literally put their children in the front.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do.
Oh.
Aw, they did make a wish over in Saudi. Aw.
Cody's with his sling.
He has a broken
K-Fab.
arm. Aw, that's cute.
That's awesome. No John Cena. Oh, wait. Yeah, he was there.
I didn't see him. How weird. He was just hiding over there in the corner, probably. Nobody saw him the whole time.
Oh! They should have put the rematch. Maybe they'll do the rematch before the main event, so we
Yeah,
get a
so it's like
bathroom break.
main event. More like a sandwich making break. That's what I'm gonna go do. Make me a sandwich.
Number 4. Who does number 4 work for? Doesn't work. Bianca and Asuka.
Ryder says, did it work out for Strowman? No. Sophie says, if Ollie wins, that will be a big surprise to everyone, and he didn't. So, wow, they didn't make this 15 minutes? No. John says, dropkick for your trouble. Get out of town, Ollie. Robbie says, Ayla, makes him crumble. Ayla's like, yes, it's huge.
Is Asuka the new Doink the Clown? That's what her face looks like when she has it all painted
Oh, Robbie
white.
says, yes, that's what I mean. And Ayla says, Travis, did you get that picture? I just sent it. On his phone?
I don't know where
Not
my
looking
phone
at his
is.
phone. Sophie says, yeah, it is like a 24-hour flight to wherever the next location is or wherever Raw is taking place. Robbie says, Dee, do you know anything about picking mushrooms in the wild? I do not, Robbie. I know nothing
There's one
about
growing
it.
right outside my front steps right here.
It's probably, what?
A mushroom.
Oh, yeah, it's not a mushroom you probably want to eat. I don't know anything about mushrooms in the wild.
You can eat any
Nothing.
mushroom if you want. You might not live.
Yes.
You might have a weird experience first, but... Anyways, yeah, that looks like Ron's. That's really nice. Rhubarb.
Sophie, so some of the times, a lot of the times when they're in other countries like that, unless they technically have to leave before, so they have like their own private jet or they came on their own or something like that, they will leave. But most of them will probably wait until the whole, like, they have like their planes and they're going to leave as a group when they're in other countries. That's usually the way it goes. Very few of them will have their own spots.
Right.
And
Brock
own
Brock
planes.
brings his own private jet.
There's just differences.
Sometimes.
Sophie says Jimmy never went through the same path as Jay did with fighting Roman. John says, did mushrooms once Ravi not good? Ravi says, I didn't think Sami went to Saudi. Maybe he got over himself.
He got over himself. It's fine. Like,
Ayla says, I did that in Oregon, Ravi. Not magic mushrooms, just regular ones. Ravi's like, Ayla, better than Picasso. Sophie says, American-based crowds sometimes have kids in the front. Yeah, but not a lot.
very rare.
Very rare. In Saudi, they always do it. Every time they have this, they always put all the children, whether it's the children of the prince or whatever. There's always kids up front. Always. Always. Especially
Would the children
behind
of the
announcers.
princes be princes?
I don't know.
Probably.
I'm sure. John says, LA Knight in Saudi, let him talk to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sophie says, we are at match number 4 out of 7. Robbie says, I made a wish once, but it never came true. Guess I was destined to stay small. You just forgot to wish on all the things, like cakes and falling stars and stuff, right? John says, Ravi, keep wishing. Ravi says, hello, Ayla, I'm on about mushrooms. You can eat.
It's been a half hour a match so far.
Ernest Bell is in the chat. Hey, Ernest, good to see you today. Says, who won so far? Anybody?
Yeah, we've had 3 winners. We had Trish Stratus beat Becky Lynch. We've had Seth Rollins as your new heavyweight champion. He beat AJ Styles. And we had Mustafa Ali lose to Gunther in the Intercontinental Championship match. And now we got Asuka coming down to the ring, and she's going up against Esther. And that match is happening right now.
Robbie says, Ernest, you watching? Sophie says, I don't know why there are fans that hate these Saudi Arabia pay-per-views. They have delivered every time.
Blood money.
Ernest says, no. Robbie says, why not, man? Mom Mimd is in the chat. Hey, Mom, how's it going?
Hello.
Ernest says, working. And Ayla says, so am I, Robbie. I literally said the regular ones, you pay to go mushroom hunting. They give you a paper to guide you on what kind you can pick with their name. That's actually pretty cool, Ayla. Problem is you're in Oregon, so either you have to have a place where you went back and you could cook them, because it'd be hard to take them home with you. Sophie says, with these Saudi pay-per-views, you hear a lot of complaints from a lot of fans. And Ravi says, is the crowd noise fake as D's tan, or is it real?
I would assume it's both.
You don't do fake tans, Ravi.
I have a tanning bed in the basement, but she doesn't use them.
Ravi says,
She stands
really?
in the sun.
Ayla, did you go before? It says, Ravi, what the fuck?
She was hammering crosses in the ground. Because she's a witch.
Witch.
Just kidding. Witches don't hammer crosses. Look at that dude. There's a guy with her exact face paint on in the audience.
That's cute. That's fine. That's a fan for you.
How did he know she'd be wearing that makeup?
I don't know.
Here comes Esther.
So it was like, so they are doing Rhea versus Natty before the tag team championship. That is kind of shocking. Is it?
Is it?
Is it really that shocking?
I would do the tag team first, and then the girls, and then Cody and Brock. That would be the way I would set it up. That way you have that little bit of a lull match.
Yeah, it says it was fun, Dalitha. I lived there for about 3 months, maybe 13 years ago. Oh, so you were there, like, so you could have cooked them and stuff if you were into cooking, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, that'd be fun, right? It's just a matter of, like, you would want to, like, use them to make something,
What is
right?
her hair?
What about her hair?
It's not a braid. It is, but it has hair coming off.
Yeah,
of it
she's been doing that a
like
lot
a horse's
lately.
mane.
Yeah, she's been doing that a lot more lately. She doesn't have it quite as tight. And I don't know if it's because maybe they were like, you can't use this as a whip anymore. She's been doing it a lot. That's a lot more than she's normally had.
This before, yeah.
It
looks cool.
So
it looks better.
So she's been doing it for a while, as I said.
I haven't seen
Not as much as that, so it wasn't as noticeable. But if you go back and look, she has had more hair kind of out of it rather than in it. So I'm wondering if she's trying to do it like a softer type.
It would be cool if she phased it out completely and went to normal hair.
Yes, it would be great. And maybe she's doing that. I don't know. But I'm just saying that I've noticed she started doing it a while ago. I just never said anything 'cause
Jade
it's not
Cargill
worth saying
makes it
anything.
sound like it's very complicated to have your natural hair.
Oh, I could only imagine how hard it is to have your natural hair doing this stuff. Her natural hair is probably slicked back.
Right.
And the ponytail isn't her hair. It's
Right.
an extension.
Well, of course.
But her real hair is probably slicked back so it's protected.
Mm-hmm.
Because their hair is a little, it's way different, of course. And they have to be a little more cohesive about making sure it doesn't get ruined because their hair gets really dry easily.
Waiting for the bell. There it is.
is.
It's official. It's underway.
Official.
It's official. All right,
John
Asuka.
says, Kabuki, Muta, Asuka. This gimmick is going on for 50 years.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Using the hair as a weapon.
Robbie says, Ayla, the way you explained it, I thought you had been. Sophie says, Bianca has been champion for over 400 days. Robbie says, Ayla, what did you tell your husband about leaving doors open? Sophie says, it will be interesting who is next for all these champions after this pay-per-view. Why can't they do a pay-per-view in Japan? Because Japan has New Japan.
And of course, they can do something in Japan. I don't know how the fans are in Japan. They might love it. They just might eat it alive. But they just don't right now. But they could. I guarantee it's in Triple H's plans. I guarantee it's in Vince's plans. But I'd want to do China myself. Like a South Korean or something.
South Korea would be good. They're pretty responsive. I don't know how much of a wrestling fans they are in South Korea, but they're more responsive to America than China. Ayla says, I was what the fuck the tan comment, haha. Well, I knew what you were what the fucking about. I went to Oregon a lot, only mushroom hunting once. It was like 100 plus a person. Kind of not worth it, but it was a fun hiking trip. They drive you out there, stay with you, feed you, and take you back. So I guess the price is fair. Well, they feed you. Do they feed you the mushrooms that you picked and like make food with them? I mean, if that's the case, then that's pretty cool. But otherwise, it's weird. So he says, I can't believe this pay-per-view is halfway over already. I can, and it's lovely. Just kidding. It says, I yelled at him. I told him I hope he feels great about himself because he unalived my cat. I was very angry. I have since apologized. Well,
You
it's hard
apologize like
because
your mom, and that's just being nice.
hopefully you actually said you were sorry.
Because your mom, that's how she apologizes. She just
Starts
comes
being
around
nice.
again and be's nice. That's her apology. So does Bianca have like quad pads on?
Quad pads?
That's what it looks like. There's like a line.
Okay, so probably what she has
It might
on
just be the knee
is an
pads.
under thing under it. And she might have some pads on there,
I think
too.
it's knee pads, but it makes her quads stick out more because it's restricted around the, and it's
Oh,
like a straight
it might
line.
be, too. It might be that as well, huh?
Yeah.
I can't see her. She's moving around too much, and I
There.
wasn't paying attention
There.
to her outfit
You can see this
earlier.
both seams.
Oh, yep, she's got knee pads on.
It made it look like linebacker pads that we had to wear at our quads.
Right? I'm just hoping that she made sure and put something underneath her white outfit.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't look
she
like
made
it.
sure she did the bend over test to see if anything showed.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like it.
That she made sure it wouldn't show, or...
It just looks like there's some...
Right. Sophie says Triple H at one point wanted to open NXT to every country.
And he's
they
still
probably
planning on it.
Do. I
It's
mean,
happening.
especially with the UFC stuff, it opens a lot more doors for that. Ayla says, no, they had sandwiches and chips, junk. Well, that's stupid. They didn't even, like, make you a mushroom sandwich? Rude. Well, I'm going to tell you this, that those big mushrooms, those,
Yeah, portobello ones.
the portobello ones, taste like meat to a certain degree, depending on how you make them.
I've heard that from somebody.
And
I don't know if it was you, but it could have been.
I've thought about doing it, especially when you were being all weird about stuff. But I just never did it because I was like, I don't want to take the time. So this is a China pay-per-view. That is a country that don't get talked about getting a pay-per-view.
I feel like China would be a perfect one. And it's not like you can't travel there. You just have to literally go to the stadium, work, and leave.
Right.
I wouldn't go on any tours or anything.
As I've said that, and Robbie says, let me not to feel the wrath of Ayla. Yes. Ayla says, no, Travis, I literally say sorry. I'm not a demon.
Yeah. But the United States government probably wouldn't want them to go over there anyways because they'll see that it's not as bad as people say it is. And that's what it's all about. Just like everywhere else. Like,
So
oh, it's terrible over there. Now everybody's going to Saudi Arabia and they're like, It's fucking like the greatest. There's no crime, like none. If you drop a fucking Rolex on the street, it will find its way back to you.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine why there's no crime.
Doesn't matter why there's no crime.
I couldn't imagine why there's no crime, Travis. Why is there no crime? Why is it that there's no crime, sweetie?
Because they have respect for all their people.
Because why? Oh, that's right. If you steal something, they still chop off your fucking hand.
I don't know about that, but
oh no, they still do. They still have that kind of punishment. That
Well, it
stuff is
doesn't
still
matter. Mean
available
that
and
it
it is still
happened.
practiced.
You see any people handless?
Oh my God, do you think that they're going to allow them to come to things like this? I'm pretty sure those people probably do not have lives or jobs. They're probably beggars in the street and don't have the money to come to these things.
Anyways, they do it because they want their state to be safe.
Yeah, well, it's pretty sad that they had everything and used to be a very progressive place and country in the 70s. And then some guy took over and made it not progressive anymore and went backwards in time of being weird.
Anyways, they're coming out of that.
Yes,
we're
thank
watching
God.
it live, and
Yes.
it's a big state. It's a big fun place to go, and you don't have to worry about any, like literally nothing.
You just make sure that while you're there, if you are a woman, you cover up completely, and you're fine.
And if you're a dude, don't hold hands with another dude. Like, it's simple stuff.
Just
No
be respectful.
No public displays of affection at all.
Yes.
Like, you can hold hands with your
As
wife.
Ayla says, you have to respect other countries' laws and rules. Exactly.
And then
Just be respectful.
and
That's
just
all.
to have fun because you don't have to worry about anything. Probably don't even have to lock your hotel door. I would, but I'm just saying you don't have to.
I would. So it's like, women can't show skin while performing in Saudi Arabia?
No.
Yeah, they can't.
Well, they can show their hands in their face.
That's it. Everything else needs to be as covered as possible. And,
They really believe in modesty there, and it's very, very important. That's why they fight and die against Americans,
yes.
by the way. That's what all those wars are about, is they want to be able to have sex with virgins.
Yes.
They want to
Well,
marry.
maybe not
They
in
want to
Saudi
marry.
Arabia.
They want to
It's
marry a virgin.
Sophie says about an Ireland WWE pay-per-view. Well, they've gotten close, and I'm pretty sure it wouldn't matter because it's just across the pond from England. Illa says you have to respect other countries' laws and rules. Yes. Or Ravi says
What place? Oh, Ireland? Is that
Ireland.
I don't see it happening. Not a pay-per-view. Maybe a show if they were going to do something in Europe or something. But I just don't know if they could fill it up.
Ravi says, what star quality do WWE see in Esta? Because I don't see any of it.
She's very good. So she was just on a rap show. I can't remember what it's called, but it's got Nick Cameron or whatever his name is on it. She does things off the court that make you a megastar. She was at the Kentucky Derby last year. She did that. She does the talk show circuit. She's articulate. She's very pretty. She's got a very handsome husband. They're very well spoken. They're just very marketable.
And it took her, and you have to make that happen, right? Like we said, when she first started, she was garbage. Like, nobody wanted it. I mean, she was a terrible champion. And I'm not saying she's a terrible champion now, but she's like a John Cena champion, right? She's always going to be a good guy.
Right. And that's why that hair thing might never go away, because the little girls are getting their hair done like that.
Yes.
So they could be like her. And that's the whole thing. And who knows, it might have to stay around. And that's why she's changing it a little bit.
Ayla says, I love mushrooms. Me too. I really like mushrooms too. Robbie says, yeah, my brother eats the mushrooms like it's steak. Yeah, the portobello mushrooms, yes. You just marinate it and everything and grill it, and supposedly they're really good. I've made them on, like, roast beef sandwiches before I've used portobello mushrooms. Like, French dip sandwiches, but use roast beef and portobello mushrooms and then, like, mozzarella
I can tell you
cheese
there
and
is
stuff.
nothing better on the planet than mushrooms for your body. Oh, that's all of them. Not poisonous ones, but all mushrooms are good for you.
Edible ones. Sophie says China, I can see them getting like a Raw or SmackDown before getting a pay-per-view. No. They'll never do Raws or SmackDowns in other countries.
Fly to those countries just to do that. Now, if they're doing a tour, like they do that, right? They'll tour all through like Spain and Germany and Poland and stuff. And then they'll have them.
Yes.
But until they do those types of tours again, which we haven't seen since pre-pandemic, for live TV.
They're not going to do Raws and SmackDowns in other
They're
countries.
not just
to do
going to
those.
fly to do a Raw.
Yeah, that's
when
dumb.
A pay-per-view costs as much as a Raw when it's 3 hours or both 3 hours long.
Ayla says she has never apologized for any of her behavior. That's why I act the way I do towards her.
Yeah, it just means when she's nice. So when she's nice, that's her apology, and you just take it and then move forward.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the words, because words just point. So they're just pointing at what she's doing anyway.
Sophie says, do you expect them to announce the September pay-per-view date and location soon?
I hope so. I kind of like to have everything done. I like that the UFC's done it. I know all the pay-per-views through December. You know, so it's like, oh, now I can mark them. I can have that. Now it's like, okay, now boxing, do the same, please. And then now wrestling, do the same. And then I do my sports.
She did fight out of it.
Look at that. Spine buster. This
You're going to have to work harder. Work harder.
We're over 10.5 minutes right now. And this is the one I said could easily steal the show. Although Bianca's a little stiff. And when I say that, I mean, like, that's the wrong word because that means physical. She's a little slow to process what she should do next sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like there. Like, she should have hit her with that and laid on her. But instead, she hit her with it, stood there for a second, and then laid on her because she didn't know what to do. See, Asuka's good at it. She got it right. Uh-oh, this is it. This is our finisher. Oh, Bianca rolls her up. Ooh, we almost got a fruit roll up there. Here it is. Drop her on her face. No, Asuka rolls her through.
Listen, I keep doing that. I hate it when they do that.
Oh, like this?
Well, I meant like back and forth and back and forth.
Where they roll.
Yes, I hate that crap.
Asuka's trying.
Mr. Spaghetti tries to do it a lot in his matches. Oh, look, part of her hair fell out.
Oh, shit.
Her little extension hairs in her ponytail fell completely off.
Is that the whip? Is that the end?
I don't know. I don't know.
That looked like the very tip where it comes to a point.
Maybe.
Unless that's the part that's braided into the hair.
Might be.
Did the referee throw it out?
I don't know if she threw it out or if she pocketed it, but she did something with it because it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
her tip's gone.
Yeah, there's a bobby pin in there somewhere too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the tip was solid.
I think she's losing all of her little hair parts.
She's shedding!
Everywhere!
Oh, shit. That was a physical elbow by Esther. Asuka into the steps. Those steps have been used quite a bit in the women's matches.
Harley says, new girls I've been talking to has been begging me and dare me to wear a bikini. And as Ayla says, Harley, do what you want to do. If you think you'll look fabulous in a two-piece, do it. I agree. Sophie says, for the first Saudi Arabia pay-per-view, the king of the country wanted some wrestlers that have died years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And Ravi says, my stream
Yokozuna
randomly changed to Hindi Indian commentary. That was weird, but it's back to normal now.
That's great.
Wild and out. Sophie says, when do you use Bliss coming back since she once again disappeared?
You know, that's one of those ones that I would be...
okay with not seeing her back?
Ever. Like, if they did the release, I think I would just be like, oh, that kind of sucks that she's doing that. But I don't think her heart's ever been in wrestling. I think she did wrestling for popularity.
Yeah.
And when she got famous, because I think that's what she was trying to do, is get famous, and she did, then if you notice, her whole entire demeanor, like, she's a different person. Her whole body, look at her body. And right now, and look at her body when she became the champion on SmackDown and Raw 5 times. She completely changed. Then she married a superstar, I guess. I don't know who he is, but supposedly he's famous. And then... so she doesn't need it anymore. She's done. She hasn't been in the business for 2 years.
Well, Asuka tried to mist. It didn't work. Bianca got away from it, but she's definitely stained everywhere.
We did miss the mist. Armbar.
No, tap out champion.
She's not going to tap. She's too strong. She's the strongest.
Ayla says, just remember, Harley, God is watching you always. Watching always, so you better look fabulous. Oh, jeez. Hassan is in the chat again, says, hi there, guys. Hi, Hassan. Good to see you. How you doing today? Robbie says, Esther, just not for me. Doesn't appeal to me. She grates on me like my arm grating against barbed wire.
Oh, even the referee ducked it. She's like, I want none of that on me.
Right.
Is it in my hair?
I think it's on me. It's on me. Robbie, I'm not a big fan of Bianca Belair. I haven't been a fan of her since the beginning.
So is Asuka going to get some more?
I don't know what she's doing.
So anyways, the Muda would do it. See how she reached under the ring apron right there?
Oh.
See?
Oh, she put it on her fingers. That's disgusting. That's gross. Ew.
Oh, look
She
at
gonna
this.
poke
Look
her
at
in
this.
the eye
Yeah,
with it?
yeah.
Oh, there it is. Oh no, she can't see.
Kicked her in the head. Kicked her in the back of the head.
Oh no.
Can we get a new champ? No, but... What the fuck just happened? And new!
So
Women's
we didn't think
champion!
it was gonna happen? But it happened. We didn't think it was gonna happen?
15
You know how we
minutes.
didn't think a champion was gonna change? Wow.
Fuck you. That is awesome.
That's
now, I don't,
crazy.
I like it, but she better run with this because last time was lackluster.
Well, I don't think it'll be lackluster
I wonder if
this
she's.
time.
I wonder if Esther's got something else going on. Maybe she's gonna have babies or something.
Well, she already has kids. They have
Does she?
babies. Yeah, they have kids.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have like a couple kids. Yeah, she's already had babies.
Are you sure? Sure.
Yeah, they have like 2 boys or something like that. They have. I'm pretty sure. Like in her stuff when she was sewing like her outfits and stuff, they like showed him like during that time period when she was doing those.
Oh, I mean, if she does, she
YouTube
does.
shorts
I didn't know,
and
but
stuff.
this is like maybe she's going to do a movie.
I don't know, but that's crazy.
That's
That
the
is something
biggest
I didn't
surprise
expect.
that I've seen in wrestling in years.
Wow.
I have not seen a surprise like that. Like that was a gimme match. Like I thought Esther would win that in about 15 minutes,
Yeah.
clean, and
But
she would have.
I guess that's crazy. Well, I like how she's selling the hole in her eye.
Well, yeah.
She didn't really get it in her eye, but that's wow. Yeah.
That just happened, and new women's champion.
And maybe
this is how they
wanted to
trade
put
the
it back
belts.
on Asuka because
They can
she did get kind of fucked over.
they can trade the belts this way or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, Asuka did have a lackluster, and she did save the company. She was the women's division. She was wrestling. Her and Drew McIntyre was wrestling when the pandemic started.
True.
That's it. From that March or April, whenever
know.
they closed down stuff,
Yeah.
she
That was
wrestled
it.
on both shows.
She did. And that's why she couldn't make the championship be anything because they had her wrestling on both shows. Plus they had her wrestling in tag shit and everything else, and it was just like, yeah, they screwed her over with that title run. It was terrible. Like, I just felt bad for her in every aspect.
So does Charlotte come back and beat Asuka? Because Charlotte's been a babyface.
Yeah, but Asuka is on Raw. No, SmackDown. Is she on SmackDown?
No, she's Raw, I think.
Because Bianca's now on SmackDown.
Oh, wait. Yeah. SmackDown.
Because they haven't changed the belts yet.
Right.
Over.
Yeah, so yeah, they're both on SmackDown.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Wow, that's weird.
All the Asian girls except for one are on SmackDown.
Right.
Right?
I think, yeah, that's right.
Because it's Io, Mia,
SmackDown.
Asuka. And then Xia Li's on Raw.
Yeah, she was the only one, I think, that stayed on Raw. That's crazy.
Which I thought was weird that they did that, but...
Yeah, maybe she does. Maybe she is going to have babies. I don't know. I thought she had kids, but with him. According to Ravi, though, he thinks that that's Montez's kids, not hers.
Oh.
So maybe it was. Maybe he had kids before her, and they just got married. I don't know. I really don't know anything about them.
Can you imagine that
I
conversation?
just saw kids in their videos when she was making their outfits and stuff. That one YouTube that I actually watched.
Yeah, I remember.
3 years
I know what
ago.
you're talking about.
Like, it was years ago that I watched it. And I haven't watched one since because it doesn't interest me. I think it's cool if she makes her own outfits, but it doesn't interest me. Somebody said that this match was boring, but Ravi says, so for you, what finishers do you think are legit compared... Look, we got Karrion Kross and Scarlett, everybody.
Oh, there's a smoke show in the audience.
Smoke shows there, completely covered up. Good for her.
And the guy that hangs out with her.
The guy who's a loser face. They're doing the next women's match already.
Yeah, they would. I figured they would. Because Roman's going to go next. Or Brock is, one of the two.
That's crazy. Funny. Well, we know that this one's not going to change hands. And if it does, that's crazy.
No. They would have put somebody else different up there.
They're not going to put Rhea against somebody and have her lose after she just won it. That's weird. Anyways, Robbie wanted to know, so for you, what finishers do you think are legit compared to what you have seen in the past?
So the best finishers that look legit or just the best finishers, period, in wrestling?
What finishers do you think are legit compared to what you have seen in the past?
Right. I think that means, like, what are the best finishers in wrestling? Submission, you think, or moves? Because I like moves, personally.
He mentioned the stunner and the F5 is still effective, so.
Right. And then you got your sharpshooter, your scorpion deathlock, or whatever. Those are still used. I mean, sharpshooter's right here.
Right.
What's her name? Sasha Banks always used that crossface, the crippler crossface. She called it the bank statement.
Right. I don't know if we're talking about women or men.
Well, it
I don't
doesn't
think
matter
it matters.
women or men. I'm just saying finishers because they use the same moves.
Sophie says a couple of years ago they announced the pay-per-view date and location like before the year was over. We got the WWE pay-per-view dates for July and August, September, October are the only ones that haven't been announced yet. Robbie says, so do you think The Miz would do well with another title run? I think he should have won.
He should have won this title.
Heavyweight title and been that title winner for a while and been, yeah. Robbie says, would you say Otis is in great shape? Oh, God.
For a fat guy.
For a fat guy?
I mean, he pulls in some hotties.
Sophie says,
Maxine's not bad, and what's her name?
Mandy.
Mandy, she's not bad at all.
Says, do you think Bray Wyatt is once again released by the WWE? I don't know.
I would not be surprised if he was. And there again, I don't know. Could we miss him? He's been gone for so long. Would it matter?
Right. Sophie says, wow, Bianca lost. That is a surprise. And Robbie says, so Cody going to Suplex City. Just hope he has his passport with him. And Sophie says, if Bianca Asuka are 1-1 against each other. Robbie says, what a win. Go on, Asuka. Upside down face and fire. Devontae Curry in the chat. Hey, Devontae says, what fights have happened? All of them.
All of them except for 2. Well, 3. This one's happening now. So we've got Bianca or
Natalya and Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley looking like the Grim Reaper.
It's happening right now.
Why did she go out of her way to look ugly? Sometimes, like she isn't ugly.
I don't know.
That is the worst she's ever looked right now. Anyways, Rhea Ripley going up against Natalya right now. And then all we've got left is the Undisputed Tag Team Championship match with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns, the Bloodline, and Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. Those are our last 2 matches. So every other one's happened. So we had Seth freaking Rollins start out the show. He won the World Championship. He's the new heavyweight champion. Trish Stratus beat Becky Lynch with a little help from Zoe Stark in the second match of the night. In the third match of the night, we had Gunther beat Mustafa Ali. That was pretty simple for him. He did that in about 8 minutes. Number 4 was Bianca and Asuka. And Asuka is your new women's champion of SmackDown, but she's the Raw Women's Champion. Anyways.
She still has the Raw title, but she's the SmackDown
And now this is the 5th match, and it is Rhea and Natalya.
Robbie says the Montez Kisna Astros. Sophie says, I wonder if Asuka was supposed to win at Mania against Bianca. Harley says, what a surprise that was. Sophie says, Bayley and Sasha also wrestled on both shows when the pandemic first happened. Sophie says, so Charlotte versus Asuka again. Sophie says, Bianca has a kid, but I thought it was a girl. Maybe she does. I thought she had children, and I thought Montez and her had kids together, but... Harley says, am I thinking about wearing it? Sophie says, wow, they doing Cody versus Brock in the Tag Team Championship. Back-to-back surprise and call. Robbie says, D, where's Mankini? So he'll be fine, Harley. Sophie says, what is Natty's record at these Saudi shows? It seems like she won almost every one of them. Sophie says, do you expect Dom and Rhea to make out all one of these days? God, no. Sophie says, this pay-per-view is going by faster than they normally do with other pay-per-views. Is it? Do they? Wow, we know who the pretty one in this match is.
The pink one?
The ref.
Oh, yeah.
Holy
definitely.
shit, they did a close-up of her face? Holy crap, I know she was pretty, but wow.
Yeah, she's a smoke show. So anyways, Montez has 2 kids from a previous relationship but was never married.
Mm-hmm.
Bianca has no children of her own.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
That's Google. But means
It's
nothing.
probably right. I just knew that in the video she did, there were kids.
Yeah.
So whether or not they're hers from herself, I don't care. They have kids.
Right. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Hopefully he was in a healthy relationship.
Right.
And he obviously looks
He's
like
a dad,
normal
so
dad,
he
yeah.
obviously did something, right?
Oh.
Be a dad in the situation.
All right, well,
I don't know
everybody,
what to do
this is
still.
the bathroom break match, so go ahead and
That's what I'm going to do.
Get
But
your
I'm gonna
food.
Make myself a sandwich.
go make your sandwiches. Go do what you got to do because this match shouldn't last too long and isn't going to be too great. But I will stay here and call it for you as we're going to see that Riptide right now. Here it is, Riptide. It's over.
Is it?
Yep. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
Uh-uh.
No shit.
Oh my god, it just got everything. Just come on.
That was 1 minute. What is?
Oh, I was wondering how old this bread was that I got, and it's old as fuck.
Natalia lost in less than 1 minute, guys. Dominic cost Natalia. We knew that had to happen because each match has been a half hour, and it's a 3-hour show, and there were 7 matches. So they had to get rid of 1 match, and that's a hell of a way to do it. Instead of just cutting it, they just shortened it.
Well, we knew it wasn't going to be very long, but I thought we'd at least kind of give her a little bit of a lunch.
Because it's 1 now, or 3 o'clock in the Eastern time zone. So we got 1 hour left. And there's 2 pretty big matches left, and each match lasting 1/2 hour.
They're probably going to show like a whole bunch of preview shit now.
Yeah, they'll do their... I'm just saying that the matches have been averaging a half hour per match. Like when they're starting. Like the first one was 11, the next one was 11:30, the next one was 12, the next one was 12:30, the next one was 1. So on and so forth. Natalia knows the business. Hey, we're cutting your match short because it's irrelevant.
But you're going to get time out of pay-per-view against
They'll probably run it back on Raw or something so they can get a participation trophy for her. You're all pathetic, she says to the audience.
Rhea?
Yeah. And then Dominic jumps in her arms and she holds him up. No shit. That's not a good idea. She could get a hernia.
Not only that, but she's in Saudi Arabia. She should be arrested.
It's a show. We don't want to see Rhea Ripley arrested for cheating on her boyfriend. Byron Saxton's in the back with Seth Rollins with the participation trophy. Hey, look, he's dressed like Captain Caveman.
What?
He's dressed like Captain Caveman. He's got an animal pelt over him. Yeah. It's a leopard print. Seth seems a little too excited to be the participation trophy winner. It feels good. It feels right, doesn't it? It don't feel right, but it is what it is. We understand. So Seth just said he's going to be on every single Monday. How is that not going to get boring?
I mean, I guess it could be there, just not like wrestling. Weirdo.
So we had 2 new champions tonight. You couldn't ask for more. Hey, Brock and Cody are next.
Wow. Brock's going second to the main?
Looks like it.
That's crazy. I want to see that.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with closing the show down early. Because I don't care about the Sami storyline. I feel like this is definitely the true main event, but whatever. So McKenna's on her way down. Huh? I discovered what Brock was made out of. It's all over my fist, says Cody. World Heavyweight Championship. All right, well, right now they're just showing the recap, which led to Cody and Brock, but that's what we have next. Cody versus Brock. They're going to save Roman Reigns for the main event. I want to fight, Brock says. And he's going to get his fight. We're going to see it tonight. Does this have any special rules? Or is this just a wrestling match? You want to fight me? Is Cody going to come out first and be like, what y'all want to talk about, Saudi Arabia? Anyways, now they're literally showing a massive recap of this. Yeah, like, so if you didn't watch wrestling, you would know what's happening. I guess they thought people that are new are going to start watching it right now. And be like, oh, this is what happened. I've never seen this sport before. Who's this guy? He's fun. Dee's got his shirt on because she loves Brock so much. What does that shirt say? Country
ass kicking.
Country ass kicking.
Sorry, buddy, but I don't want you trying to come in here while I'm eating, so you're locked out.
I gotta get up and call McKenna. She says she's coming, and I'm like, what?
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 What? But, and she is rolling down the road because I was like, crap. But I should be able to still talk to her. I texted her and said, how long are you staying? Because she's coming to get that hat I bought her.
Oh.
So I don't know if she's staying. She is
She's
after.
just coming down for a minute.
Clear her a nook.
Hmm?
I said, if she's coming, I have to clear her a nook.
Right.
But for all I know, she might be with her friend. Telling me they're moving to Missouri together. I guess he's moving there in June.
What? Say that again?
Really?
Who's moving where?
I don't know what his name is. Zach is moving to Missouri in June.
Oh, yeah? Is he going to school there?
No, he's going to work for his brother.
Oh, well, there you go.
And so she's planning on going when she turns 18.
Right. Sure.
After she graduates. She doesn't really want to, but she doesn't have any choice, basically. That's what she said.
Oh, she has no choices now.
No, because that's where he'll be. This would be in Missouri.
And she has no choices.
Right, look how big Brock is. He's put
He's
on
a monster
some,
of a man.
He's put on some weight.
Wow, he is, he decided to work out a little
Yeah.
bit. Holy shit!
He's back on it.
Like, what the fuck? That's funny. Let's see. Where I left
Not
off
only
at.
is he in the match before the main event, guys, he came out first.
That's fun. That's weird. Robbie says the sleeper was a strong move. Sophie says, but she is a stepmom, though. Sophie says, wow, that was quick. Robbie said, where's Condom tonight? And Sophie says, what was the point of doing this match if it was going to last 1 minute? Robbie says, oh, Condom was there.
Yeah, I told. It happened because they had to cut time.
Yeah. Sophie says Brock versus Cody might also be the short match as well. Sophie says Brock matches usually don't last a half hour, though. Robbie
Yeah, they're
says,
not a half hour. It's the whole thing. Like, each next match is starting at the half hour mark, is what I'm saying. So the first match was 11, the next one was 11:30, the next one was 12, the next one was 12:30. That's what I mean by each match is lasting a half hour.
Yeah.
Not one of the matches went over. Our longest has been 20 minutes.
Robbie says, what a cheap loss asking Condom for his number. Ew. Sophie says Dom and Rhea could make out next. No. Robbie says, do you win is Travis getting you a participation trophy for sitting through wrestling this long? I don't know. Sophie says, and even worse was Maddie's B-Day today. Sophie says, I meant Natalia's birthday. We understood who you meant. Yes, it was Natalia's birthday. Sophie says, didn't they do this type of storyline with Seth before? With Brock? I don't know, maybe. Robbie says, what happened to the U.S. title? It got defended on Friday night.
Yeah, I think we watched it last night against Sheamus.
Harley's like, what are you eating? A ham sandwich, Cheetos, and olives.
Oh, Cody's got a loaded arm.
Oh, no. Robbie says, Travis, you should get one for D. Thanks, but no.
So Cody's got a loaded arm. He basically is Randy Orton's daddy, Bob Orton here. He's got a loaded cast. And they made sure that they let us know that it's titanium, so Brock's about ready to get knocked out with an arm. Calling it now. Brock loses this because of Cody's arm. Whoa! Why is this song lasting so long? Are they waiting for it to go through that whoa thing again?
I don't know. Maybe they wanted to give him time to prepare himself. I don't know. You know you're going to survive that.
How do you outsmart Brock when he's been doing it since he was like 8? Might be impossible.
Might be impossible. I don't know, but
Cat and mice.
they're just circling each other in the ring right now, everybody. It's so exciting.
They gotta cut time. All right, it's underway.
Robbie says I would have scored you higher, D, but Olives let you down. It's a 4 out of 10. Yeah, I really don't care what you think.
She eats olives for everything. I have a cousin that always makes fun of it. He's like, where's the olives? They're in there. Don't worry about it. They're always there. Whoa!
What kind of olives do you think they are, Robbie?
Well, they're not green.
Green ones are disgusting.
Look at
I don't eat
this.
those.
Another suplex. Belly to belly. That's my favorite style right there.
Oh, no.
So Suplex City's opened. They're just a different type. So I don't know if we're considering them Suplex City or if it's like an outskirts of the town of Suplex City.
Oh, what do you mean? Like,
So
that
he
wasn't
does-
really a suplex?
No, it definitely is a suplex, but
Oh.
it's not. See, there's a third belly to belly, but that's not Suplex City. That's your belly to back that he does for Suplex City stuff.
Oh.
When he did it to John Cena over
Oh,
and over
I
and over
see.
and over. It's a belly to back, belly to back, belly to back, belly to back.
But these are belly?
belly to belly, yeah, with a release. He'll do it again here in a second.
Maybe.
So we're at 3 right now if
Maybe
you're counting
it's
them.
depending on how big the other wrestler is.
Whoa, there it is. See what I'm talking about? That's titanium to the cranium. Again, titanium to the cranium. Look at Brock was going for another one. Brock's about done. He might get counted out. Cody's got a weapon. He can't win it clean. We understand that. Oh. Cody again. Bob Orton style, guys. This is from the 80s. Again. Brock's in the ring. Here comes the Cody cutter. Oh, maybe not. I don't know what this is. Oh, there it is. 1, 2. Brock kicks out. The referee's allowing this to go on, which is weird. You should not allow weapons. There it is. Cody cutter. Nope, just a kick. The disaster kick. There's a Cody cutter. You gonna beat Brock with a Cody cutter? And Brock kicks out by the hair of his chinny chin chin.
I think it's weird. I mean, I knew that they'd put like the thing on him and like let him use it, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely cheesy, but it is what it is. I don't like it. There it is. Crossroads, 1. But it looks like he might have landed on his arm. And if that's the case, wouldn't have Brock have also landed on it? Crossroads. F5 right here. Ready? No. 2 crossroads.
How many crossos is he going to have to do?
Well, there's 2, but I have a feel he's going to win. Obviously, Cody's winning this, but I have a feeling that Brock's still going to hit him with an F5. So he's going to put him in that, and he's already set in it.
Mm-hmm.
All he has to do is stand up. So I feel like it's happening right here. Here it comes. 3 of them. And nope. He's going to break that arm. Cody's going to have to tap. It's already broken. Or does that cast make it where he can't break it?
What's all the torque on a broken arm?
Well, it's got titanium around it. Brock needs to pull that cast off.
And then beat him with it.
He's going to try to break his arm again. It's
He's
still
going to
broken.
break his arm more. It's already broken.
He's
gonna
going to break it
shatter
so
it.
much worse than it would have been.
If it was broken like at the first time. 'cause it
Cody's
was
getting up. Look
broken.
at the strength of Cody's lower back to make Brock sit up.
It's like,
1,
just do
2.
this.
No, that's not going to happen again. Brock is schooled in the art of that. Tap, he says.
Harley says, I love olives, especially black ones and green. Robbie says, I like olives, but not
Oh,
with
look
that
at Cody
mildew."
rolls him through. But Brock didn't break it.
Punch him in the kidney.
Is Rhodes' feet under the rope?
It's
They're,
just
they're
more
showing a
sodium, Robbie,
shitty
without
angle.
eating more chips.
If his foot's under
Or
that rope,
crisps.
I'm pretty sure his foot's under the rope, which counts.
Oh, Cody's
You don't
foot?
have to touch the rope. It's under the rope.
Right.
Cody's digging in with his fingernails in his back. Rough 6, make it hurt. Rip the pants or rip the shirt. Sorry.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Cody's out, guys. Cody's done. He just passed out.
Is he passing out from the pain?
He's out. Cody's out. No, he held it up!
He's not quite out.
You guys, Cody's going to win.
Robbie says Cody's getting cooked.
Yeah. Is that when you win? Because you get to eat?
I think that means that he's going to lose.
Because of the win?
I think in English terms that means lose, not win.
Well, we knew they were having a rough sex. Now Cody's almost there.
Oh, God.
Probably coming in the back door. Okay, Brock's broke the move. Broke the hold. Brock's still stunned from earlier after 2 consecutive crossroads. No one's ever survived that before. Except for Roman Reigns.
No one. Ever.
Nope, another crossroads coming out.
Oh, no.
That's it.
He was able to do it with his broken arm.
1, 2. Brock kicks out again. That's 3 crossroads.
Probably like Brock
It's
going
like
in
Bone Thugs and Harmony up in here.
It is.
I'm meeting at the crossroads.
Robbie says Brock going in like a crocodile. Robbie says, oh, rough sex, go on to you with that. I didn't say it. Robbie, what the fuck? Do you have like selective hearing? Like Travis's
Like Brad
voice
Pitt?
sounds just like a girl, so you have no idea who says anything.
He's got the Brad Pitt thing. Like, I can't recognize voices. Oh, no.
Faces. He can't recognize
Oh,
faces.
shit, again with the cast. Bob Orton. Again. Look at this. He picks him up with the F5. Oh, no, Brock tripped over himself.
Oh, no.
There it is.
can't
F5. Ring the bell. Is he going to do another one? Cody's convulsing.
Brock's like, oh, here, let me lay on you.
That's it. 1, 2. Cody kicks out.
Oh, my God. How did he do it?
Brock's so upset he can't beat him with one F5.
Robbie's like, Cody, how did he make it to the rope?
Intestinal fortitude and cheating. Let's not forget that he cheated the whole match. Not again. This one's just a second ahead of that one. Another Kimura. Brock, he knows how to wrestle. I don't know why they just make him do like 3 moves. Let's go! Brock's got him in it! Cody's going to have to tap. Oh, wait, he rolled. He's so close to the ropes. This time's Cody's out. Cody's out this time. It's over. Brock won.
Robbie, it wasn't my joke.
It's over. Brock won.
Travis's
It's over.
joke.
It's over. Brock won, guys.
Of course he did.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. What pay-per-view am I watching? It's fantastic.
Don't ever go against Brock.
I can't help it. Every time I go against the motherfucker, he wins.
No, how dare you?
Cody
Boo.
didn't tap. He passed out, although he's awake.
Yeah, somehow he woke up afterwards.
Oh, I need to write that time down before I delete it. 9:02. 1-0. 9:02. 1-0.
Nice. Whatever that is.
9:02 is the time.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
9:02, but it's not 1-0. But that would have been cool.
It probably was.
It could have been because of my delay.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I picking this up? Where's my paper? There it is. Jesse Ventura was holding it. Did you see that? Jesse the Body.
Mm.
What's funny is Jesse the Body Ventura was as big as Hulk Hogan. He's like 6'4", big dude. And the dolls, Hogan's like jacked, and Jesse's like this, like
Little dude.
But if you want the muscles, it's Paul Orndorff. You guys remember Paul Orndorff? Cody lost. It doesn't matter. Jesse the Body Ventura. He looks like he's about 2 inches shorter than. Look at the height. Paul Orndorff wasn't that tall.
That's funny.
He was big though.
But he's like, who won between Mustafa Ali and Gunther? Gunther.
Gunther in 8
Gunther
minutes.
won and retained his championship.
There's Hulk Hogan.
That's funny.
And Andre's the same size as all of them.
But he's supposed to be a giant.
These are the feuds.
Robbie's like, Cody cooked up like one of Dee's dinner. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Well, Robbie's right. I was wrong.
Robbie and your jokes. Mm-mm. Change your life forever.
From London, England. Did they show the date at the time? I was hoping to see it when it came back on.
Yeah.
They did. So it did say 3 again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it said 3 p.m. Eastern time.
That's weird. Need to get me one of those. Should we get the new one?
A championship?
Yeah.
I guess if you want one.
I think
I don't
having
really
one.
want to pay $300 for it.
Some of them are more, but I bet you can get them for 300 because of the stuff. There's some guys on YouTube that build them, and they look just as good, if not better.
Yeah, I guess.
Boo.
They're showing their NXT pay-per-view stuff.
Commercial. What time? Yeah, it's because they got to start it in 7 minutes.
Robbie says, do you bring out silliness in me? Oh, do I? Harley says, does anybody like Sloppy Joe?
She does.
I had Sloppy Joes last night.
She makes it all the time.
On garlic bread.
I'll be watching that tomorrow.
Kinda.
I'll be right there.
Robbie says, Travis, you speak like that in England, they will think you're constipated.
I don't remember what he said.
I have no idea what you said either. Maybe.
Oh, constipation. She is going 80 miles an hour. Is that legal?
Mm-hmm.
Seems fast.
Well, on the regular freeway, it's not.
Do you drive 80 in that Blazer?
Yeah.
Wow. Feels
Go
like
80,
you would
85.
fall apart or something.
Why would it fall apart?
I don't know. Just rattle and just that's fast. Most of those cars weren't made to go that fast. It's a speed limitometer go to. So fast you've got it. You got it to 100. I feel like
I think it goes to like 110 or 120 or something.
No, I'm wondering if you
Remember.
got it over 100 or got it close to 100. I mean, I know that engine can get there, but I don't know if that engine can get there in that with that computer. I just feel like that's pushing the upper end of it. What's your gas mileage at
It
80?
still has a governor on it, so it will stop it.
Mm-hmm. There's a chip you can just change, but I don't know what good it would do. Other you'd get more horsepower, which takes more gas if you push the gas down.
Mm-hmm.
Ronda Rousey, that's going to be your new tag team champion on Monday.
That's funny.
Think about it. She's the only woman besides Charlotte and Becky to ever main event a WrestleMania. That's fucking humongous.
That's true.
And it's because of her, because Charlotte and Becky wouldn't have been able to do it without her.
Sure.
I'm
Robbie
sure.
says, what with sliders? What do you mean with sliders?
The flip-flops?
Are you talking about Sloppy Joes? Robbie says the English accent, D. Oh, his English accent. Robbie says, so for S to taking that fat L, the pay-per-view gets 8. Well, that's really generous of you.
I loved it. Does that make it go up? Was it lower than that? Mm-hmm. It was definitely a surprise. I like surprises. I've been surprised twice tonight because there's no way Brock's winning. And he won clean. Mm-hmm. And Cody cheated. So how can Cody beat Brock? Now it makes you wonder if that's not to maybe push Brock to the championship because he brings relevancy to that world championship. Mm-hmm. But he could now go back after Roman because Vince is in charge again. Like
Right.
that whole stuff was like, well, Vince isn't in charge anymore, so this is the last time they're going to fight. Vince is like, yeah, but Brock's the main event. Like,
Right. True.
that would be great. Because I would just like it because everybody complained about it. Look at a Moss. Hanging out with a bunch of kids.
That's funny. They like put the camera on him. He stands up. I think
Right.
LA Knight was the only other one that stood up. Maybe the Street Profits did. Did they stand up when they showed them?
No.
I know that Karrion
No.
Kross didn't.
No, they stayed seated. We need to see if we can get a white one, if that's okay. Couldn't last year, they sold out.
Oh.
But we got the green one. It was funny because the white one was cheaper last year.
I don't care about women.
You're so weird. It's not about caring about women, it's wrestling.
That's what a feminist would say.
That they don't care about women?
And they're not giving him equal they aren't giving him equal because it wasn't as much as the green one.
It's just on sale. But yeah, I get it.
Proving my point.
Let's go. What is that called? WWE
Shop. It's WWEshop.com. Harley says, hope to see you guys for tomorrow night for All Elite Wrestling Double or Nothing.
Nathan.
We'll be here tomorrow night, Harley. Hopefully you can come and join us. That'd be great. Robbie's like, Cody is a bum.
Yeah, he is.
And Robbie also says, I thought it was a good pay-per-view. Okay.
I forgot what I was doing.
Hmm?
I forgot what I was doing. Oh, yeah,
Money in the
Money in the
Bank.
Bank.
Women's briefcase. Robbie says, so can Asuka keep the title for longer and have a decent run? She should. I don't remember them being that much
They
when I
weren't.
bought it.
They weren't. They're $100 now. They used to be like $60. That's funny. Most popular. It's cheaper. Right. Maybe I should get one of those. I think we should do a tree. It'd be kind of fun. I don't know where we'd put it, except for right between us, like right there.
Right.
And get some flip-flops.
Some slides? No. I don't like those. I like having the toe thong.
Mm-hmm.
They stay on your feet easier.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt my Achilles as bad.
The slides, you have to grip too much to keep them on. Marquise or shuffle when you walk, which is creepy to me. I don't like that. I like to pick up my feet when I walk, so
Right.
I'm clumsy enough. I don't need something to help me be more clumsy. Marquise Carter in the chat. Hey, Marquise says Solo, Sequoia, and Roman Reigns are going to win the tag team championships. Yeah? That's what you think? Well, I might. You never know, right? 30% chance, maybe?
Never tell.
Bobby says, D, is that going to be your new lunchbox for work? Is that what Travis buying you? $85 Money in the Bank briefcase thing?
So
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy it, but it's supposed to have like a 25% off. Maybe they apply it after.
I don't know.
Still.
Harley says, later, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye, Harley. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Hey, Tariq Almaty, thanks for being in our chat. Can you show? No, we can't, hon. Sorry. Copyright violations. We will not show any of the show itself.
Nothing's happening right now anyways, but the main event is next. Brock Lesnar did win. He did beat Cody.
Yep.
Clean. Cody cheated the whole match.
They just had the Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar match, and Brock Lesnar did win. Robbie says I was talking about cheeseburger sliders. Are you saying what with sliders or like what about sliders? Like, do you like sliders? Is that what your question is, Robbie? Because I'm like, because you said with sliders. But sliders are fine. They're just mini cheeseburgers or sandwiches or whatever.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
We were talking about sloppy
shoes.
joes. And then we were talking about something else. What are you talking about?
Shoes.
Ayla back in the chat. Do you sliders make you constipated, Robbie?
Yes.
What? What? Why are we talking about constipation and sliders? Ooh. The fallout from the show for the tag team titles. Ooh. Oh, the defeat in his face. Jimmy's like, no, I don't like it. It was like, dang, I haven't had a sloppy joe in forever. I just make manwich ones, Ayla. I'm not fancy with my sloppy joes. I've had homemade sloppy joes before.
What do you make the juice out of?
Usually vinegar and ketchup usually. It's disgusting. I personally don't like it. One of my brother's girlfriends used to make homemade sloppy joes before. And they were so vinegary that I couldn't stand to eat them. So I do not eat homemade sloppy joes because I don't like vinegar. So I have a hard time with that. And it says, Ravi always says we're crazy. He is projecting his disabilities upon us. Yeah, it's called gaslighting. Anyways, they are now going to start the match. And Roman Reigns is coming out because he's not the champion in this. He's the contender.
It's very weird. I just don't understand how it's 84, and then when I go to check out, it doesn't go down when there's...
What do
you get free Oh, it's just free shipping.
Free shipping.
No, I thought it was
I'm
a
like,
discount.
what do you...
That's pretty cool that it's free shipping.
Yeah, so all you're doing is paying taxes on it.
Yeah, it means wait. It'll be on sale. They always have a day where they have a discount.
Mm-hmm. It says I figured that was the same thing. Is it? Projecting and gaslighting? No, different. Tariq says, what about Tag Team Championship happening right now?
Right now. Roman has
the main event of the
Roman's
whole
holding
pay-per-view.
his titles up. Solo's right behind him holding his finger up. They're maybe a quarter of the way down the ramp.
Yep.
So there's, and you know Roman, he's going to walk slow. So you got about 3 minutes before he's ready. And then Sami and Kevin will come out.
Yep. That match is happening right now. Right now. Daz is in the chat. Hey, Daz is big up. Hope you're both well. Also, what time are you live tomorrow for All Out?
That would be 8 p.m. Eastern. There is going to be a pre-show match. I don't know if we'll do it. It's Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy anyways, so I don't know how important it really is. It would be on that paper. But I don't have it, so...
I don't know where you put it. You must be on the one that's on your pad or something.
It's the Hardys and Hook versus Ethan Page and the Guns.
Oh, it's that one? Oh, okay.
On the buy-in. And that's the only one announced so far on the buy-in show. They don't call it buy-in anymore. They call it something else, but basically pre-show buy-in hoopla. I need to put my AEW slang book over here.
Right.
Collision Course coming up, even though they don't call it Collision Course. It's called Collision.
Right. Robbie says, Ayla, I make you laugh, so I done my thing. And Robbie says, Ayla, your dinner might. Ayla says, you think you make me laugh? I'm just giving you side eye. Ayla's like, no, the sloppy joe, not gaslighting. A manwich is not the same as a sloppy joe. It is in my book. I said, Instead of making homemade sloppy joe, I just use manwich.
Which is the sauce that goes on the hamburger that makes sloppy joe.
Because I would rather eat that. And then I literally will simmer it down until it's like paste. Because I do not like my sloppy joes to be
too messy.
Sloppy. I am a weirdo. Anyways, but Ayla, yeah. But the best is doing this. So, like, you know, maybe you could do your own garlic bread, but you know the Texas toast garlic bread? Get those and toast them. Make your sloppy joe mix. Put your sloppy joe meat on top of it and then melt cheese on top of it. You don't eat it as a sandwich. You like eat it, you know, like with a fork and stuff like that. So good. I'm telling you, it's really good. Or you can make your own. I just made my own last night. I just took a bun and put butter and garlic powder on it. You know, toasted it in the oven and then put my manwich meat on top, my sloppy joe on top, and then cheese, and then melted that in the oven real quick. Bobby says after a night on the Guinness, the next day it have a sloppy joe. That's gross. Ayla says I always called manwich a sloppy joe. I never had a real sloppy joe then. I love vinegar though.
So
manwich is close enough to a sloppy joe.
As of right now, they're still calling those 2 championships.
Of course
they said if he wins tonight, he'll be the first man ever to hold 4 individual titles at the same time.
Mm. Well, I think they need to stop doing that because it makes no sense. Yeah, Ayla, if you like tangy vinegar stuff, you could try a homemade version of sloppy joe mix. I'm just saying, like, I don't like it because it's just too vinegary for me. But yeah, you could give it a try and see if you like it. But if you want to just do it fast so you don't have to, you know, worry about it, just get some manwich.
I hope.
It's really good on garlic bread.
I hope Sami gets booed. I'd love it.
You won't.
I'd be an all-time Saudi Arabia fan.
Daz says, do you think Sting will have a match in Wembley? I don't know, Daz.
Fuck. Yeah, I think they'll do something for him. Whether it's a tag team match with him and Darby or again, maybe he could go against Darby and put Darby over. Mm. I would assume that's why they put them together in the first place.
Right.
For that. And that would be the perfect time because Sting's at the end of his career. It's at the end of summer.
Look what he's wearing. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a Syrian thing or...
There's a lot of the...
But a lot of the
guys in
wrestlers
the
have it.
audience do it. Or wearing them.
What's he doing? Oh, just getting the crowd pumped up. Well, he's the one that never wanted to go there. It wasn't them that didn't want him, so.
Yeah, it was him just being a weirdo.
He's performing in front of family and friends. So he's got family there.
He said that was in Montreal.
No, he said the last time he did it was in Montreal, and we know what happened there because Roman embarrassed him.
And he said that was in front of family and friends.
I know. The last time. So he's got family and friends here. He's performing in front of family and friends. Remember the last time he performed in front of family and friends? That was in Montreal, and Roman...
That's weird.
Got him.
I guess I didn't quite understand that. My bad. Anyways. Dad says, do you think... Oh, I read that one. Tariq says, now I am also watching live in TV. Yes! So you're watching the KO and Sami versus, what's his face? Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa.
Bloodline. Go ahead and let Paul Heyman do it.
Garlic powder. Why so white? Why so use fresh garlic? Is that like a weird song or something, Robbie, that you guys use? So I'm not going to use fresh garlic for my garlic bread. Powdered garlic is actually just as good as fresh when you're trying to flavor something. And when I make garlic bread with actual fresh garlic, I actually roast my garlic before I do it. And I'm not going to take the time to do that if I'm just making sloppy joes with that. I usually do that when I'm making like special bread for people and lasagna and spaghetti or something.
Paul Heyman and just introduced Solo.
It was like garlic powder is great for certainly true. I actually use granulated garlic. It's not quite powder. I like the granulated a lot better than powder. Is he kissing? Did you see Roman over there?
Blown kisses?
No, he was taking his belts and he had them together and he's like, bink, 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 like a little kid in the corner over there.
Oh, he just hit Sami in the balls. Look.
Oh, no. Oh, jeez.
He's like, well, you got a dress on. That's funny shit. That's some true heat right there.
That's just silly. He's over there clanging his belts together and then he's whacking him in the balls with
Sami
him.
wants to introduce himself. He's like, dude, I'm getting paid either way. You can do whatever you want.
Right.
Oh, he's talking to him in a third language. Sami's all intelligent.
Bobby says don't snort at Ayla. Okay. I knew there was a reason why I didn't like him.
He speaks perfect. That's 3 languages.
He speaks French too, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Fluently.
He wanted to introduce them in their language. That's kind of cool. I'll give him props for that.
That's nuts.
That's pretty cool.
Dude has a job forever if he wants it, not maybe in wrestling, but he could be an ambassador. He could do. I mean, think about 3 languages. You can pretty much do whatever you want. Write your ticket.
I was like, yeah, I roast it too for a spread. I used minced a lot, but when I'm sick, it's straight fresh garlic. It says I use fresh for a lot of cooking in general. I don't discriminate about garlic. No, I mean, I don't either. I just, what I need to do is find the bags of like garlic cloves because Costco doesn't have them. Although everybody online like gets them from Costco, but I've never seen our Costco have them. And then I would probably use more fresh. I just hate buying garlic and then trying to like chop up the cloves because you have to get them out of the thing and it's just a pain in the butt. I guess I could buy them and then peel them all and then put them in the fridge.
Did you see that one hack where you just stab it through the side and it pulls
I
right
tried
out?
that. It doesn't work. I think you have... One lady said you have to heat it up a little bit. So put it in the microwave for like 15 seconds or 20 seconds. And then do it and it works.
Oh, well, there you go.
Tariq says not in Saudi. They're no live on TV. I'm sorry. Robbie says, D, can you speak another language? Yes, I speak Dalithanese. That's it. That's all. Picola is in the chat now. It says, hey, Picola, I can only be here for a short time. That's okay, Picola. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit today. We did get through all of everything. We are on the main event. It's the Undisputed Tag Team Title Championship event with, you know, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus Roman and Solo. He says, but I did notice it's the main event. I will go watch it later. No problem.
It's happening now.
Do you want us to give you any spoilers or do you want to wait to see what happens? Because there are some crazy things that happen on this pay-per-view.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to be surprised. There's 2 huge, major surprises.
Ayla says it's a straight pain to get the garlic. Yeah. Straight pain. Pico says, but I think it's a shining moment for Sami and happy he gets to perform there. Good for him. Well, that was his own choices that made it so he never went there, Pico, and not anything to do with the country itself, so.
Yeah, they weren't going to arrest him or anything. But maybe they were having conflicts with Syria and maybe that's over now. And so that's why he's there.
I don't know. I don't know a lot of his history. I don't know a lot of his history with Saudi.
I don't know a lot, but I know he speaks it, which means that he's been around it.
Mm-hmm.
So whether his dad or mom or whatever is from there and they speak it.
Piccolo says it's fine. I'll check it out when I can. Okay. We won't tell you any spoilers then.
What? I think I don't care means you can tell me because I'll check it out.
It was like our Costco hates its customers.
I know they don't sell liquor like all the other ones sell liquor.
It's because we're in Idaho.
Is that why?
Yep. It's because of the state. It has nothing to do with anything but where we're at. Which is dumb to me. I think they should sell liquor.
I think they should sell
alcohol.
prostitutes. Can you imagine a Kirkland prostitute?
Well, you could return them for anything, for any reason.
That's what I mean,
so,
yeah.
I mean, feels like hope everyone is enjoying their long weekend and just hug your loved ones and be well. We'll do.
Roman steps right out. He didn't want
You
any part of Sami
take
to
care
start
of
this
yourself,
one,
okay?
and now we got Solo Sikoa out there with Sami. Why Roman's talking to the ring announcers or something? He's over at the side table.
Psycho.
He's a psycho.
Psycho killer. Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
I should have never let you in. Because he's toxic. Looks like even the wise man is upset at Roman.
Why is he upset? He's not upset at Roman. He's just
Looks
like, I
like it
don't know
to
what to
me.
do for you.
Does he have a bunch of peppers on a necklace?
No, they're coral. They're like a.
Oh, it's a
they're
rock. It looks like pepper.
Yeah, it's like a rock. It's a lei. But it's like I think it's a coral lei.
That's pretty cool. They're very shiny.
Mm-hmm.
All right, look at this test of strength. You're probably not going to win that, Sami, since you have
Yeah.
no muscles in your upper body or lower body.
Or
your
any
mid
kind of
body.
muscle whatsoever.
That's not your game, Sami.
Yeah, that's not your game.
Solo just wants to stick you with his thumb.
This is going to be the slowest moving event ever.
Well, yeah, because Solo can't wrestle.
Robbie says,
And
so
Roman's not the greatest. And so they can't do anything that's spectacular.
Robbie's like, so will KO do the rolling bomb thing he normally does on Roman? I don't know what's going to happen. Is Roman even going to get in the match?
Yes, this will be a full match.
Or is he going to let Solo do all of it? Just kidding.
Is that road still closed down here?
Yes. Yep.
Looks like it was open, but it's closed again.
It's still closed. It's closed. They never said when they were going to open it. They just closed it and didn't give an opening date, so. Oh, no. Punch him in the head. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Say ah!
Ah!
That's what it sounds like at the dentist. Or the doctor when he's checking your throat. Throws him into the ropes!
Oh. Whoa.
Follows him in. Ran into a big elbow.
Ah.
Solo's in trouble.
Got him another
As he should
elbow.
be, because it's basically a one-on-one match right now, and Solo's not a one-on-one guy.
He's not?
This is a tag team match. Solo's just a mid-carder. Like, Solo's the worst guy out here. If they all wrestled in a tournament, he loses to everybody.
I understand that, but he's still a singles
Yeah, I guess he
wrestler.
is.
So I'm like, what are you talking
Well,
about?
I think
Neither
of him
one
as,
of
like-
them are tag wrestlers.
I feel like he's a group guy,
Oh.
is what I mean. Like, he's in a group.
Oh.
He's an enforcer. He's not a wrestler. Kevin Owens is the better wrestler.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, get him.
They just want the big guys to fight. You notice that? The crowd, they're like, yay, fat guys.
Yeah.
Oh!
Get him. Smack him in the face hole.
Big uppercut right there. Was that a Samoan uppercut?
Is that what they call those?
I just did.
No
I've
idea.
never heard of it, but...
Sure, that's it.
Well, he throws it like this.
Right.
See? He throws from the side. He doesn't throw like normal people do. He's like, eh.
I slap you. I slap you.
All right. Slap you.
Treek's like, what time in your country? Well, for us, it's 2:00 p.m.
It's
in the
everywhere
afternoon.
from like 1 to 4. So it depends on where you're at in the country, but we're on the middle, so it's 2 here. But on the East Coast, it's 4.
Yeah.
Like New York, Florida, Washington, D.C.
Oh, Roman came in and attacked Kevin in the back of the head.
Woo! Woo!
Just silliness.
Oh, Roman. Just smarter than Sami.
Smarter with a smart.
That's how
Oh,
you run the
no.
bloodline from the outside. It's like the Godfather. You didn't see him in fights. He'd send his sons. Sonny. Go do it, Sonny. Get it done! I haven't seen that show in years, and I can't really remember that guy. It's Michael and Sonny. I don't remember the other one's name. What's the other one?
Michael and Sonny.
Yeah, from The Godfather. The two boys.
Oh.
Michael Corleone. He takes it over. He becomes the Godfather. But Sonny should have, but he got killed at the toll booth.
It's not
Fredo.
the Godfather?
Fredo. Fredo's the third one.
Oh, the son.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. You said a movie and a show and a...
Yeah, Fredo, it has him. Michael almost gets him killed, and then he kisses him and says, "I know it was you." And then he buries him in the water.
Oh, that's
Can you
sad.
bury somebody in the water?
I guess it depends on the person.
I guess you could dig a hole in the bottom of water. Nothing would be stopping you, right? If you're in a lake, you could dig a hole. It'd be weird, but you could. It'd be all muddy.
How about...
You bury him in there, and then it just settles.
Anyways, we are watching Match, by the way. The main event.
Yeah.
It's a little slow moving than
I'm
you
sure
want it
a
to
lot
be.
of people care about this one. But anyways, we got Solo Sikoa in there. He's the only one that's wrestled. Oh, Roman steps into the ring. Shit's
like,
about to
"I'm
get
ready.
real.
I'm ready to beat him up. He's going to come in now for real.
He hasn't been
not
in there
fake,
yet.
fake.
Now he's in.
He's coming in for reals, not fake.
He's got red high tops on that go way up. I think they could be wrestling boots, but they kind of look like Nike, the high tops.
Right? But they've got strings and ties, so.
I don't see any labels.
Oh.
Oh, shit! He went right after the referee. Referee said, "Hey, look, I'm an official
Like,
in the
I'm
WWE."
the official. Look, I have a patch on my chest.
Roman's like, "Ooh."
You see what this means?
Means no touching.
Means I'm the rep here. I'm going
One
to tell
count.
you what you can and can't do.
We need a Superman punch here. And a 1, 2, 3.
I feel like Roman's going to get all weird and cocky and things are going to happen.
Well, that's the whole point. How are they breaking up the bloodline in this story?
I don't know, but...
Sami and Kevin have to win,
Right?
but it has to be because Roman or Jay or Jimmy screw over Solo in a way that Roman gets angry about it.
Oh. Do you think that Solo's going to just stick with him?
I just feel like, no, I think everybody's going to split at some point, but there's going to be some ups and downs moving forward. I'm just
Right.
saying that something has to happen to piss Roman off that Solo gets pinned. And I figured it would be the Usos do something. They come down, they do something.
Right.
Because I don't see them losing just clean in this match. Like Solo gets pinned. Because it doesn't add,
Add contention.
yeah, there's no story moving forward.
There's no sandpaper.
That's why I feel like the best thing they could do would be Jay comes down to beat up Sami or Kevin, but fuck up and get them disqualified, something.
Tariq says what time in your... We answered that.
Yeah, it is too.
It's 4 p.m. Eastern time in our country. Tariq says, someone read my chat. I did.
Yeah.
We answered it. And then I read that one.
Which is still 4. Night of Champions, main event. Sami Zayn in there with Kevin. Or, sorry, with Roman.
and Sami.
We'll get his name.
Old Roman out there with Sammy. Giving him the old 1-2.
She's coming down the road. She's going to have to turn around. She's almost at that intersection.
Oh.
Because she hasn't been here when it was open, so she's going to be like, they're still working on this?
Yeah.
Like
you
2 months ago.
warned her.
Well, I couldn't. I text her. She never texts me back.
Oh.
She's at that corner, though. Maybe
She's
it's
not-
open.
well, maybe she's out looking at her phone. I don't know.
We'll see if she turns around. Anyways, this is a Samoan drop.
What? Tofu?
Tafasu.
Tofufu? What? What are we tofufuing about? What did he say?
You know, if they're
What did he say?
gonna remake that Moana movie, they should do it with him. He looks like the character. The Rock doesn't look like the character.
Oh.
You ever seen the cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah, he's kind of like a short, pudgier guy. Oh shit! This will definitely take your trapezius out.
Oh no, he's gonna break him.
Oh yeah, she had to turn around.
Robbie's like, great last match. Is that sarcasm I feel in that statement?
Yeah, this should have opened the show.
Like, this is slow and weird, but whatever, I guess. At least the crowd's making it a little more exciting than it is, I suppose. I don't feel it's that exciting, but...
I think if this was in America, like, the crowd would have left. There's people leaving.
They're like, ugh.
There's some robes up there just going on.
I'm not watching this garbage. Oh, Roman's taking Sami. Oh, Sami's like, I'll help you. I'll beat you, too.
Kind of just want it to end. This is terrible.
It's because your
Sami.
kid's on her way, that's why.
No, this is a bad match. So I said they should have started it with this.
I just don't know why they did what they did. Oh, no! Solo stopped him from getting there by punching him in the butt. I mean,
Kicked him
kicking
right
him
in
in
the
the
butt
butt.
with his bare foot, which means he's touching his butt. Just saying.
He kicked him in his gluteus maximus. He's going to have
Right
a
into the
Charlie
corner.
horse
Oh!
there later.
There we go.
Greg
Now you have nobody to pat.
Hey, Grega, how's it going? Says hello, hello. Pickle says, Travis, do you think it will be fine if Solo is just a menacing henchman? Like he can be Ming and not win titles or whatever?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, definitely.
Him and Bronson Reed, I feel like that's their calling. That's what they're going to do. And it's okay. I don't see a problem with being that type of a wrestler.
Why do they have to have titles all the time? Why can't they just be good wrestlers without titles? Why can't they just make something for themselves?
You know, and if the company gets bad enough, in a bad enough shape, and enough stars leave or something, then they can put a title on them. They did it in the 90s, if you think about it. Shawn Michaels, who was the other one? Bret Hart. They put titles on those guys in the 90s. And it was because all their stars left. They had nothing else, and so they had to have like a transitional period.
Tariq says, you know Beyblade. No, I don't know Beyblade. People says, just to be intimidation and an X factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens slides out.
Kevin's giving it to him, the old 1-2.
This is where they do their best work, is when things get chaotic, and then Sami comes in, hits somebody with a Hululu kick, and it's over.
Yes.
But I feel like we could see an Uso sighting at least one of them.
Yeah?
That'd be Jay.
Jay. Because he's the only one that's like,
The
I
story
love
would
you
make more
still.
sense if it was Jimmy.
Yes. But I don't know if he could be
But
there.
we don't know if he's there.
Yeah. I don't know if any of the Usos
Look
are
at that.
there.
So he was going for it. But Roman stood up. There's a big lariat.
Yeah, the clothesline.
Tide turned.
Turn the tides of tides.
She's in her house.
Oh, no.
I didn't hear her. Charlie's letting me know. She might have a passenger, for all I know. She didn't text me back, so I don't know any information. I'm like, what? She's like, get the hat. I said, okay. 1, 2. Oh, pop-up powerbomb didn't beat Roman Reigns? What?
It didn't. And he was watching to make sure that the ref knew that he was going to kick out. The whole time.
The whole time.
The whole
Sami up,
time.
Kevin up top.
Whee!
Frog splash.
Is that going to do it? Oh,
Yeah.
it hurt his boob.
Why wouldn't that beat Roman
No.
Reigns, the world champion, for 1,000 days?
It should. Everything should beat him. All of it should beat everybody.
Hello. I think I hear a boy's voice too.
I don't know. It wasn't me.
You alone?
No,
Brought friends?
just Zach.
Cool. This is almost over. I didn't know you were coming.
Yeah, you did.
Well, now I've been on the show since 11.
When is it gonna be done?
At 2.
Ish. It's already 2.
It's 2:01. So
Give it a few
this
more
is the main
minutes.
event, and the pin's now 1, 2. Kevin kicks out.
They need to get Roman out of there.
Zach, you want to come be on wrestling?
Get Solo back in there.
He's of age. When he was 17, I don't know. Now he's old enough to go to jail. Although I've heard of 17-year-olds going to jail, but...
Trig says where I have to watch live. I don't know. You'll have to look online, bud. It's almost over, though.
Yeah, this is your main event. You got, like, seconds. It looks like Roman Reigns is about ready to pin Kevin Owens.
No, Robbie, I didn't take any thumbnails. That's all Travis doing it.
I haven't done any for a
Ooh,
minute.
boo, they say. They don't like him. They're like, we don't like you.
Boo.
We don't care if we put our fingers up for the one. We don't like you now.
We the ones.
Oh.
There's a big kick. Stunner.
Oh, no.
That's
not the
it.
st-
No,
oh,
all right, do a
speared
spear
right
and no
after it.
sell by Roman. Notice Sami's not around.
Right.
That's
Who
their
knows where he
patented.
went?
Well, it's patented for this tag team.
Solo
Sami
isn't
does
around either.
nothing. Kevin pulls all the weight, and then Sami comes in with a kick and wins.
Where's Solo at? What happened to him? Did he die? Did they kill him
He's
back
got
behind the
hepatitis
other?
C. He's on the outside,
Yeah. Is he on the announce table?
probably.
I think he got thrown over there earlier.
I don't even see him here. They got a wide view. There's Sami. Oh, there he is. He just popped up
Oh,
like a goddamn jack in the box.
he's like, okay, I'm awake now. Hurry, Roman, come here. I'll save you.
Tag him! Come on, Roman, get
Who's
that
gonna
tag.
get there last?
It's a hot tag. Here comes Sami.
There they are.
After their naps, both men are back in there.
They're ready for the second round of stuff. I was like, so did you really think Roman was gonna lose?
No.
I wouldn't think Roman's gonna lose, but they're gonna lose. I just don't think it's Roman who's gonna get pinned.
I mean, it would be cool. We have seen a couple titles change hands. Well, one title change hands. We've seen 2 new champions tonight. It would be cool to see 3. I just don't know how they would have them lose the titles later unless
Yeah.
Roman just gives them away, which would be cool if he did that.
Man. People says, get this win for Alpha and
Could
Sika,
they?
my tribal chief.
Could you do that? Could you win the titles and then give 2 of them to the Usos?
I don't know.
Right. So Andre gave the world title to the $1 Million Man after he beat Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
He just handed it to him.
All
So
right.
could they do that, but keep one? Then
Right.
therefore they're split.
Yeah, maybe.
And then that way they could have the Usos go on to lose or whatever later on. 1, 2, and 3. No! Solo kicks out!
How dare you? Almost. I mean, kick out.
Are they chanting holy shit?
I don't know what they're chanting.
Pretty sure they chanted holy shit. I didn't know they could say that word then.
I didn't think they were chanting that, but okay.
Holy shit. Holy shit. That's what it sounds like. I don't know any of the chants that go blah, 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 blah.
Maybe they're saying a different language.
True.
Night
Night of champ. Night of champ.
Piccolo says, who do you think has the better facials? Paul Bearer with his urn or Paul Heyman with his double titles?
Paul Bearer. Yeah.
Oh,
he ran into a
He
boot.
was going to get a hula kick in, but he didn't. Oh, no, he's going to get Samoa spiked.
He showed
No,
him
Sami,
too long.
no!
He showed
Get
him
him!
too long. Here it comes.
He kicked him in the arm. Oh,
Now here, the Bexploder.
there it is.
Solo's going to get up, and here comes that Halula kick.
He's like, get up. Get up. Yay. Kapow.
There it is. It's over.
Get him.
1, 2. Roman with the
Roman
save. Looking like Mariano Rivera.
Trig, we're watching.
What brand is that? The
from our home.
H. Under Armour? So it's
Yes.
Under Armour that he's with. Roman.
Well, I know that The Rock does a lot of Under Armour stuff.
Makes sense.
So,
I know The Rock has his own shoe company now, though.
does he now?
Yeah, because he does the USC.
Oh, okay.
He has
Because I
it.
know that he did do stuff with Under Armour for a while. So maybe.
And he could be
that
like
was
Michael
when he
Jordan
did both.
was with Nike, and they
No. Maybe it's his own, like,
right
thing
division.
under them.
Yeah.
I know he worked with them for quite a while, so I don't know.
This with a clothesline. Oh, spear!
Yes, we're
He
watching
took
it
out
on
a
our
zebra.
TV streak.
He took out a zebra. They're on the Serengeti.
Oh no, the poor ref is down. Now what are they going to do? What?
What's wrong with this guy? He says. What's wrong with this guy?
He's like, hey, get up, dummy. I was like, on TV, that's where we were watching. Yes, that is where we are watching.
So is Roman going to get pinned for like 30 seconds?
I don't know, but I feel like this match has gone on way too long. It should have ended
Yeah,
like
should have.
20 minutes ago.
I don't even know if I started it. Yeah, I did. It's 21 minutes right now.
Should have ended 20 minutes ago.
Look at that Superman punch. He got him with the Superman punch.
What? Pico's like, yeah, dusty finish. It's about to happen. Is it?
Yeah, and Roman's going to get pinned for like a minute. And then people are going to be like, he's going to hit him with the hula kick right here.
Yes.
But there's no referee,
He's
so it doesn't
He's
count.
doing the whole.
Oh, no.
Oh no! He got Superman punch back. Right, it's like a little Under Armour just seems.
Look
like
behind him.
corner
Look behind him.
shop
Look behind
clothes.
him.
They're not anymore.
Kevin Owens is behind him.
Oh good. Pico's like Saudi shenanigans is in effect. Stay passed out.
Spear!
Don't me. And punched in the face. Where's the new ref? There's not an official.
What does it matter? If there was a referee, he couldn't do anything. Nothing's
Right.
illegal.
Roman's not the legal man anyways. Sami and Solo are still the legal men, right?
I think so.
He's just getting beat up on the offside. I don't remember him getting tagged. I thought he
Roman
broke
was
up the
in.
thing and was
yeah,
done.
and then just wrestled.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think people care about who's legal.
Oh my god, seriously? Why don't they?
This isn't the border.
What? How do you know? What does he have in store? What is it going to do? What's he going to do?
Stunner there. Oh, no.
There's the Usos.
Oh, no.
Oh, no,
It's
the
Uso
Usos.
Penitentiary.
Jimmy and Jay came out to beat up Kevin Owens. Tariq's like, bye, I'm going to sleep. Okay, good
Thrust
night.
kicks. Double thrust kick.
Oh, no. They're like, get out of the way, dude. We're trying to beat up Kevin.
Oh,
and
they're
throw
burying
things
him.
on him. Oh, no, the announce table. Now go after the other one.
Hey, and this was dedicated to them.
Oh, what Sami should do is he should, like, oh, look. Oh, he got kicked. I was hoping he would, like, drop.
Uh-oh, Smiling Spike. Oh,
Yes!
Told you.
I was hoping that was going to happen because I was like, he's going to get up.
I was like, how?
And then he's going to fall down, and he's only going to see what they did at last, and he's going to be like, oh, no!
And they don't watch tapes. They don't watch
No,
it
they
happen.
have no idea what happened.
Oh,
He's
Roman's
like,
pissed.
what did you do, bro? So dumb.
That's not what it looks like.
It's not what it looks like. Robbie's like, Sami has it on lock.
Oh,
Robbie's
shit.
like, why is this match
Don't
so
do that.
long? He was
Oops.
like, come on, you see it coming. Robbie's like, oh no, Jimmy and Jay. Feels like Scylla was collateral damage. Always. And yes, we did see Sami and Jay and
Why are
and
you
Jimmy
here?
coming.
Why are you here? Why are you touching me? Well, because you just pushed my brother by his throat. There ain't no day one no more. Oh!
Jimmy's like, no.
Jimmy just thrust kicked Roman.
Oh, what did I do? His face says it all. Oh no! I'm going to be in so much trouble.
What are you doing? Why'd you do that? You can't do that, you hear me?
Can't do that. Robbie's like, your sarcastic voice is funny when you say, oh no. Right? Well, it's all
Listen
about
to
the
me,
Usos
Us.
now. They're having an argument.
I'm doing what you should have done a long time ago. Again with a thrust kick.
Oh no. Oh no.
Jay's in a rock and a hard spot. It's just me and you now. I'm your brother.
We're no more the ones.
They're
They're gonna have to take their shirts off.
They're acting like Solo's not their brother.
We hate him.
Like, we're brothers. It's just you and me.
We don't like him. He is garbage. Okay?
Well, he's
garbage.
fat. He's fat. He still eats carbs. Carbs are not our friend.
Like, we need to leave. We need to leave now. Get out. Solo's like, what
Look
happened?
at Paul
I don't know where
Heyman in
I
the
am.
back like,
What did you guys do?
well, this is just dumb at this point. Now what do you do? Why would you break up something that's so perfect?
I don't know.
Unless Roman's leaving for a while or something?
Possibly.
Are they going to put the title on Jay?
People's like, oh, the bloodline crumbles, right?
There it
Kevin
is.
Owens
It's over.
giving poor Solo the old stunner.
It's over right now. There's the Halula kick. There's no referee yet, but watch, there'll be a referee.
Where's the ref going to be? 1, 2, 3, 12.
So gay.
Hey, that referee showed up out of nowhere.
25-32.
They murdered the other one. People, where in the hell is he? He was hiding. And Robbie's like, LOL, oh no, oh no. Right? Oh, they're still there. They're still just hanging out up there.
Well, because they're going to join them. Like
they?
when they come down, they'll probably talk to them.
Oh,
Sami and Kevin. Roman's all sorts of pissed.
oh no, but they're not the ones anymore.
They're the twos. Because Roman's the ones.
Who does number 2 work for?
Fuck. This is why it's the main event, by the way.
Because of the
Usos.
stupidity, the garbage of this. And this is garbage. Yay, garbage.
Bye, everybody. I'm just kidding.
This is dumb. I'm leaving. Goodbye. I hate this so much. I'm never coming
Well, it's
back.
dumb. It's really going to take all these wrestlers that they've been pushing and turn them into nothing.
Yep.
Sami, done. Kevin, done. Well, Kevin will go back where he was. He's always
always
decent.
been there, yeah.
Sami, done. Jay and Jimmy, just a tag team. And then Roman is, because he was the Bloodline. Like,
Yeah.
the Bloodline made Roman. Roman
Right.
didn't make the Bloodline.
Robbie's like, Jay as champ, no one wants that. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I still feel like maybe they're thinking about putting it on Sami. And that's why they're still doing what they're doing.
Right. And then him and Kevin Owens will have a feud because now they hate each other because one wants it, the other one wants it. They both want
Well,
it.
there's 2 titles. Maybe it'll just be a 2-on-1. They can each have
They'll be
one.
like, well, we'll share.
It'll be cool.
Vindicators in the chat for a minute says, hey everyone, so other than Bianca, no surprises for this event. How would you
Brock
rate
won.
the show as a whole?
Brock won. It was pretty good. I didn't like that main event, but
Yeah.
other than that, I think all the matches were good. I would say a good solid 7.
Yeah. Robbie says this match is so random to you, made the match with your oh no. Yeah. Oh no. It was so many things happened that I didn't expect. Anyways, they're just showing the fallout of Roman lost and Sammy's up there and he let a rat into the
He
room
did.
and
It's
the
Sami.
rat ruined everything.
Sami ruined this whole storyline.
I was like, been late to the party. Well, maybe. Anyways, they're just celebrating now. Roman's very angry. And Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn kept the Undisputed Tag Team titles. That's the end. Okay, bye.
I'm just waiting to see what happens on the ramp because they're still standing there.
Oh, are they?
Roman hasn't went up there yet. He's
Robbie says 8 out of
basically
10
between
good
them.
pay-per-view. Seth
See?
got a new title. Vindicator's like, story of my life, Robbie. Late to the party. Oh, he's got all
Oh,
pouty
no,
face.
it looks like they're not there
Oh,
anymore.
Mike.
Oh, wait, he's telling him to go.
I don't know who he's telling to go. And done.
Paul Heyman needs to go work with Brock.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight for that Night of Champions, or today for the Night of Champions pay-per-view. Don't forget, we're going to be back tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for the AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view. And yes, there's going to be a lot of matches on there. Yay for us. And all that good stuff. So we'll see you again tomorrow night. Hopefully you guys will join us for that. Vindicator, so is NXT Battleground still tonight, or is that done too? That's tomorrow. Then the NXT Battleground is tomorrow night, not tonight.
Yes,
It's
all
tomorrow
tomorrow.
night. It's at the same time. We'll probably try to do some updates as we're doing the AEW actual pay-per-view. We'll try to keep some updates for the NXT Battleground pay-per-view, though, too. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it. We'll
Thanks.
see you guys tomorrow, hopefully.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.